One day back in Philly, 4 guys wanted to sing. They came up to me, I said, well, what's your name?
What's the name?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? And then I said, all right, fellas, well, let me see what you can do. And then a smile when they won you and said, yo, Mike, check this out. See if this one moves you.
Motown Philly back again. Doing a little East Coast swing. Boys to men, going on. Not too hard, not too soft.
Yeah.
East Coast fam never skip the beat. While cooling on South Street, jet black van, plenty of friends, and all the Philly steaks you can eat. Back in school, we used to dream about this every day. Could it really happen? Or do dreams just fade away? There was started singing and dancing, it sounds smooth. Then we started a group and here we are, kicking it just for you. Motown Philly back again, doing a little East Coast swing. Boys and men going off, not too hard, not too soft.
Yo, these four new jacks is real smooth on a harmony tip. Nate Mike Shine one, you know the mentality. Keep flipping the gift.
The spotlight is on us now. Watch us do this. Live and direct from Philly town. Rapping, hyping, we can get down. We are ready to go, so now the world will know that we flow. Back in school, we used to dream about this every day. Could it really happen? Or do dreams that fade away? Then we started singing and dancing, it sounds smooth. So we started a group and here we are, kicking it just for you. Motown Philly back again, doing a little East Coast swing. Boys and men going off, not too hard, not too soft.
Now check this out. One day back in Philly, four guys wanted to sing. They came up to me and said, "Well, what's your name?" Hey, you know what I'm saying? Then I said, "Alright, fellas, let me see what you can do." Then a smile came around and said, "Yo, Mike, check this out. See if this one moves you."
Rock the house, y'all.
You know what I mean?
Motown Philly back again, doing a little East Coast swing. Boys and men going off, not too hard, not too soft.
What's good? Let's do a sound check. Can y'all hear me? Let's make sure everybody is here. Let's make sure everyone is here. Let's do a sound check. Can you guys hear me on Facebook? Can you hear me on Twitter? Can you hear me on YouTube? Can you hear me on Twitch? Can you hear me on TikTok? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Just make sure. You know, I wasn't here on Friday. I want to say I do apologize for not being here on Friday. I thought I mentioned that I had to take care of some things in Phoenix. And y'all know that, you know, I have a little bit of stuff going on in Phoenix. Some of you know, some of you don't. But I do apologize for not being here on Friday. YouTube is good. Thank you. I appreciate it. Mike sound nice. Thank you, Donna. Appreciate it. Thank you, Miss Pittsburgh. Appreciate it. I want to give a shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles. That's why I played that Motown Philly. That's a shout out to those boys. Shout out to Philadelphia. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't want Kansas City to win. I did not want Kansas City to win. And the reason why I didn't want Kansas City to win is because I put a post out a couple weeks ago, maybe even a month ago. I'm not quite sure how long it's been, but I put a post out. I just feel that Kansas City get too many calls. And the first call of the game that was kind of controversial, it went towards Kansas City. And it was that bullcrap pass interference. And I think everybody was saying, here we go. This about to be a problem. This about to be a problem. Everybody thought that Kansas City was about to get all these calls from the refs. It looked that way to me. It looked like it was about to be the same old NFL. And it kind of turned around. They did get a couple phantom calls, but it turned around. I think the NFL been on blast about that. Even at the award show the other night. I was watching the award show the other night, and there was jokes about the NFL giving, the refs giving the Chiefs calls and all of that. And when it started getting to that type of situation, I think attention is brought to the NFL in a different kind of light. You know what I'm saying? When people, even the broadcasters, Tom Brady was calling it out. He was calling it out. He was like, that's a bad call. The referees shouldn't play that big of a part in the game. And I really was looking forward to this Super Bowl. I was looking forward to it. And the reason why is because I thought it was going to be a little bit more competitive. I knew the Eagles had a serious defense. I knew they were strong on defense, but we all know that Kansas City Chiefs offense is solid. We can hate them or whatever you want to do. You can not like Patrick Mahomes. You can not like Kelsey and all that. But the truth of the matter is, they are solid as a group. They got some good pieces over there, and they got great coaching. Great coaching. So I was looking for a more competitive football game. I was really looking for a competitive game where, the Chiefs were going to have to earn every yard. And they did. That it turned out that way. The problem is the Chiefs defense. It didn't show up. It didn't show up. Their defense, the Chiefs defense just got rolled over. And that's to say a lot about about Philadelphia's offense because Saquon Barkley, he didn't really have that big of a game. You know what I'm saying? They were shutting him down at the line of scrimmage. So I thought that this was going to be a much better Super Bowl as far as competitive wise. And Philadelphia, man, shout out to them brothers, man. They just took off. They took off. I figured 24-0. I think it was 24-0 at the half. I said to my wife, if Kansas City don't come out and score on that first drive, this game is going to be over with, especially if they don't score. And then the Eagles turn around and get possession of the ball and go down. And I don't care if they kick a field goal, any type of points is going to run a serious gavel through the heart of Kansas City. And I'll be honest with y'all, I ain't trying to be no hater or nothing, but I just don't like Kansas City. It's not even because they, have beat the Bengals and been cheated. The Bengals been cheated. It's not necessarily that. It's just that I think they get too much, they're the I think they're the NFL's team. I think they're the NFL's team, so they get the calls, they get the commercials. But we can't take away that this was their third in a row. This was their third Super Bowl in a row. So you can't really, I don't know. I'm just not a Kansas City fan. I can't wait till next football season. Hopefully we'll keep all our pieces and improve our defense. Cincinnati fans, this is my last comment about football, I promise you. I don't know how we're going to keep all these pieces on offense and think that we're going to have a solid defense. It's just impossible to keep Chase, Higgins, and think that we're going to solidify our defense. Unless one of these draft picks from this year and next year or last year step up and play, Pro Bowl like defense or corner or something. That's the only way we're going to be able to do it. but the salary cap is going up a little bit. And I just don't know if the Browns family who own the Bengals really care about them damn, salary caps and all of that, because for years they played under the cap. And we got away with it when Joe Burrow first got to Cincinnati. We got away with it a little bit because, Joe Burrow did his thing and Chase was pretty much a hidden weapon. We got away with it. And then we have veterans on the defensive side, Hilton and all them guys over there. We got away with it. But then some time went on and it was like coaches start getting out coached. We blamed it on the players, but the players only go into formations. They go into the coverages that they put in by the coaches. And a lot of them were getting burned. But it was due to the coverage. So I'm going to be a little bit more critical this year on the coaching staff of the Bengals. And I'm also going to be a little bit more critical on how the management group get these deals done. You understand? Like, I don't think we have the backups to replace T. Higgins. I don't think that kid out of Stanford is the guy that's going to be the next T. Higgins. T. Higgins is in his prime. You got to sign him. You have to sign him. You have to sign him. You have to sign Jamar Chase. And then you're going to also have to sign Henderson and all those guys. And they're at the end of their careers. I sure would like to get Myles Garrett some kind of way. I don't know. I'll give up Henderson and all those dudes to get Myles Garrett, the guy out of Cleveland, Ohio. He's a beast. So what's going on in Cincinnati, man? I done seen some things. I seen some stuff at the bridge. The bridge. Let's get to that because that's probably gonna take up most of my time. I got a phone call or two that I talk. I know Lincoln Heights. I'm not from Zone 15. But my grandfather is, and I spent a lot of time in Lincoln Heights in the summers and played football, Killer Man, and all that old shit. I've never claimed Zone 15, but I ain't never had no problems with Zone 15. It was a safe space for us. But Zone 15 is one of them type of places where you're not gonna have no problems with them as long as you don't take no problems. So here's my question. I think the elephant in the room needs to be discussed, right? We all know that it was some Nazi guys that climbed over but they drove over to the bridge. And I think is that the separation of Evendale and Lincoln Heights? Is it Evendale? Yeah, I believe it's Evendale. My question about this is this. Did those dudes know where they were? I just don't think they knew. I don't think they knew that they were going over to the Lincoln Heights area. I just, inside my gut, and I wasn't home. I wasn't in Cincinnati. I was gone. So I can only go by what I see on Facebook. I've seen a couple of stories that hit national news. And I'm asking, did these guys, these white Nazis, these white supremacist dudes, did they know that they were on the borderline of Lincoln Heights? Do they know what's going on over in Lincoln Heights? You know what I'm saying? That's like going down on Craft Street. Think about it. Did they know that they were going to an area? Now, I don't know. Maybe they knew. They were guided that way. Maybe they were put there on purpose to do exactly what we doing, and that is to get out here in these streets. But see, why would that be orchestrated? I don't know. Why would that be done? Somebody tell me, why would that be done? All I can say is this. I know them boys over in Lincoln Heights. I know Zone 15. I know the different ones. I know the ones that ain't standing on that. They not having it. And I reached out to a few. I talked to them. They just told me, bro, hey, they come back over here, it's going to be different. Now, of course, I don't want to see anybody get hurt. Any of us get hurt. I don't want to see any of them catch a case for something stupid that one of them boys is doing. But what I will put on the record is them guys that y'all seen on that bridge over there, this seems to be a regular thing that they do. They not from that area. They tend to hit these areas lead drop chaos, like harsh shit, and move on to the next city. That's what they do. This is the same group that was up in Columbus, Ohio. It's the same group that was up in Columbus, Ohio. Walked through downtown Columbus. Same group. Moved on to another place. Guess they hit St. Louis. Got a picture of St. Louis. Let me see something. Did the same thing in St. Louis. Hold on. Here it is right here. We'll talk about Serena Williams. I hit the wrong. Yeah, that's it. Half a mile out of downtown St. Louis. They did the same thing. So my question is, why are these out-of-town cats coming into these cities that they know they're gonna turn us up in and then try to get up out of there? There was dudes that had out-of-town license plates. I just think there's a lot of questions that need to be answered here. Like, did the police know that they were coming? Did the police know that these guys were coming? And what's the information of the individuals that rented the U-Haul truck? Are these out-of-towners? Because y'all do see the Jeep. Y'all seen that black Jeep that was over there. That black Jeep had California, I believe, California tags. Maybe it was a rental as well. But I will say this. I did make a couple phone calls. I'm going to shout out to my brothers out in Lincoln Heights. Zone 15 showed out. You can bring that over here if you want to. I just don't know. I don't know if they knew. I don't know if they knew where they were going. I don't know if they knew the shit. That's like that dude. Remember like 3 years ago, the dude that was walking through Winton Terrace talking about I'm from Chicago. And he would walk around with his boxing gloves on. And he was just making all this chaos. He was just causing problems and ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me. I'm from Chicago. I'm this, I'm that. And he went over there and he got drugged. Same shit to me. Let me answer the phone lines real fast. Hold on 1 second. Give me 2 ticks. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
What's up, fam?
Hey, what's going on, twin? What's good with you?
Glad you back, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I had to jump on here, inbox you, make sure you was coming on. So a good topic you was going to talk about, even though we're going to talk about sports too. See, I've been down here, Wyatt, 15 years, right? Okay. I stayed in Winton Terrace. I still go to the hood. I go downtown because I know a couple of cats from downtown. Plus, I live in Lincoln Heights. I got off work, my other job, got off. I seen it on the bridge. I'm like, man, what's going on here? It's the same thing happened years ago, Wyatt, but it wasn't how it is like it is now. What took place over the weekend. Last time they was there for a few minutes and they was gone. And my thing is this, Wyatt, that sheriff knew what was taking place. See, people don't really tell the story of how things is, man. That sheriff knew what was going down. The sheriff who took over Lincoln Heights now, that patrol Lincoln Heights, I'm pretty sure they told, hey, we got some Nazis coming to Lincoln Heights and they're gonna do their protest. I would have, like I said earlier on that show, I would have stopped that in the bud right there, man. Nipped it in the bud, like, no, way things going on, Elon throwing signs up and all that, no. And you Democrats lost and all this chaos back and forth, blacks against each other, no. This got to stop right here. So I can say this. When I first went to Lincoln Heights, I was looking for something and everything, looking for somebody. And hey, who is that? And, they had all respect, to check me like, we don't know you. You ain't from around here. So I know that was a hot spot. And I was like, oh, I'm such and such. Like, oh, okay. You know who? And then, I checked in and everything because I want to be on an alert too. Hey, who? I don't know you. Where you from? You know who? Because I don't know, you might come around and do something to her. So that stuff, and I applaud them brothers. And half of them brothers I know from out there. Well, either me working at Kroger or me just living out there, period, mingling when people get to know my neighbors and everything. So this ain't nothing new, and I'm glad they, got the, courage to stand up and everything. Like, no, this ain't no 1950 or 60. Ain't no police immunity and all that. You just ain't gonna run in my face, throw a flag up and think this cool. No, you know where you at? They knew they was where they was at, and I'm pretty sure them Evendale and sheriffs told them about Lincoln Heights. Man, okay, y'all sure y'all want to go over here? Okay, you got guns. Hey, everybody got guns. So this ain't nothing new. And people on the chat on the other show and this, man, you don't know nothing about me and everything. I'll be out in these streets. I just don't let y'all let it be known or whatever. But it is what it is, man. I went over there that night and I got out of work and went over there and said, y'all cool? Yeah, and, I chopped it up with them. They had poles on them like, man, they going to war. So this ain't nothing new, man. Everybody getting, all roused, and I'll be, same situations. I see some Nazis or KKK coming in my hood like, nah, what is this? No, we're not going back to 1950. But, man, I went, I applaud them brothers for standing up. But my thing is this, them leaders and whoever else, y'all bogus, man, for letting this ride down. That Sheriff McDuffie, whatever, she knew what it was, man. People trying to hide behind, but I would have just stood as a sheriff. No, I'm not going to let that ride. Hell no. I'm not going to let it ride. But hey,
Well,
they let it ride.
What did she do wrong? I'm just curious. I don't know.
My thing is this, Wyatt. People probably say, well, she didn't know, and you can set up a peaceful protest. Okay, that's fine. But I look at it like this. With all the drumming that's going on, y'all hating Trump. You mad because other people, black folk, voted for Trump. You got Elon throwing up a Nazi salute, and all that right there sits on my desk, and I'm putting it all in one basket. Like, no, let me think this out. Should I allow this to happen in Lincoln Heights and what's going on in the world today? No, y'all not gonna have no. Take that somewhere. Go down to the mayor and see do y'all approve that. Take that down there to that mayor, Affleck or whoever else, and see do you approve of y'all having this protest. But right now in my community, no, I'm not gonna do it. Right there, the bridge, Aviation Way. You got Lincoln Heights. You cross that bridge over, White. You got Evendale. Circle around G and all that around. So no, I'm not gonna let it happen. That's my point, or what I'm having. No, I wouldn't. As a sheriff, no, I would have never let it ride. Why? That's me.
Well, let me ask you this because I really don't know, and maybe someone else can enlighten me. But did they have some type of permit or something?
Man, you gotta.
Do you know?
Wyatt, you gotta have some type of permission. I don't know what It's a peaceful protest under admitting, but you gotta have some type of, something, man, permission, permits, or something to do something like that. Plus, you got guns and everything. And plus, you bogus. How you allowed that on a bridge, man, where traffic at? I know you ain't no DC sniper or something like that, man. Come on, let it make sense.
Right. No, I'm
But
asking. Well, before
I ain't saying you. I'm saying to the people that be ignorant about this situation.
What I'm saying is, you mentioned the sheriff, and she knew, and this and this and this and that.
Man, she knew, why? She got caught. She got her horn right there by her, man. She knew about it. Okay. She knew what was going on. Come on, man, because we're going to play the dumb role now.
Ain't nobody playing dumb. I'm just
not
asking.
You, Wyatt. Not you, Wyatt. I'm just saying other people.
No, but
she was hood enough to come to get them votes out of black community. You came to win tears with them wanted bumping that music. Come on. And people just kill me with that, man. She knew about it. She knew. I'm pretty sure she knew about it. We go de-escalate the situation. No, it should never happen in the beginning. You would never had a brother come out of retirement. Come on. People mind they business in Lincoln Heights, but there ain't no donkeys out there. And for that to happen, you got everybody going against one another. No. We go shut this down right now. Back to this football. Okay. Why people used to hate the Patriots. Same way they doing KC. For me, for watching that game,
I don't think it's the same.
Watching that game, it seemed like, I don't know, KC, it was rigged or something, man. Ain't no way in heck. KC, he got sacked that many times or whatever.
You don't think Philadelphia was playing good football?
Man, Not the way he was playing. That's not Patrick Mahomes. They was playing good football, but the way I was looking, I'm like, man, this ain't football. I don't know what this is. It's ain't man, it can't be. The way KFC, that man, he was in La La Land, man. Just
Yeah.
like it reminded me
No,
of when Carolina and
I think Philadelphia played a solid game on defense. I think they rushed the quarterback. I think they put Mahomes, on his toes and made him run out the pocket. He made him look
I mean,
around instead of looking at his reads. And that's how you
and that
win
man
football
was
games.
lost.
Yeah, that's how you win. That's how you win. You got to
Yeah.
take that quarterback out of his comfort level. And I think that I knew that Philadelphia had the personnel to do that, but they just
Yeah.
made it look real easy. I don't think it was rigged. I think the best team won that night. Last night, the best team won.
Okay. One more thing before I let you go. That halftime show.
Yeah.
It was trash to me. That Samuel Jackson came out like Uncle Sam. And ain't nothing and the only thing outside of is, hey, play play football, do this halftime and shut up. I ain't seen nothing gangster about that halftime show. Basically it
Well,
was
when you
just a
say
mark
gangster, what
of
exactly do you twin?
making a mark of a Drake.
Twin, when you say gangster, what exactly do you mean? Because I know you use the
Man,
word
I
gangster for
think
a couple of different things.
like last year's show, Snoop, was it 2 years ago when Cincinnati
Dre,
went to the Super Bowl? 2, 3 years ago? I liked
it's
that show
it's
like that.
been a minute. But
Something like
you're
that.
probably
But
talking about when
this right here, I don't know what it was. It was boring to me, and I hurry up and turn.
well, twin, it was probably boring to a lot of people that didn't catch the message that the young man was sending. You see what I'm
What was the
saying?
message?
Well, he was talking about some of the ordeal that we as black people have gone through in the United States of America. He tends to have that type of stuff going on in his music. Now, I'm gonna be honest with everybody. I'm not necessarily a Kendrick Lamar fan, and it's only because of how I grew up in hip hop. It has nothing to do with his lyrics. I don't like West Coast rap. I don't like their dialect. I don't like how fast they rap over the music, but it has nothing to do with what he's talking about. I'm just like, I don't like E40 and I don't like those guys. The only group that I've really ever really rocked with out of West Coast was probably like NWA, Too Short, those type of dudes, but that kind of show my age. But I haven't really been a West Coast rap dude. I mean, I'm just not that. But Kendrick Lamar is a little bit different. He's more like Nipsey Hussle in a different kind of way. You see, I hate to say that he's more of a commercial Nipsey Hussle, but he really is. Nipsey Hussle wasn't really a commercial type rapper. He was an underground type of rapper. But Kendrick Lamar is more of a mainstream, so he has to do it in a different kind of way. You understand what I'm saying? But the message was subliminal. I understood where he was coming from. I knew what the people were. I understood what Samuel L. Jackson's role was. I understood the whole situation. Now, was it something that people was expecting for a halftime show? Probably not. Probably not. But I've had callers call here when Rihanna was a halftime, performer, and they didn't feel like that was a good performance because they were wanting her to do what she normally do on her videos, and she was XYZ amount of months pregnant. You see what I'm saying? So what we all expect out of these Super Bowl shows could be different from person to person. So I got the message out of Kendrick. I understood exactly where he was going with it. Was it the most hyped performance? No, it wasn't Prince. It wasn't Michael Jackson. It wasn't Dre. It wasn't any of that. It wasn't Mary J. Blige coming out. It wasn't any of that. But it was a message being sent in the music. Now, here's what I'd like to ask everybody about this message. Here's what I'd like to ask you. Everybody was mad because Lil Wayne got passed over, right? Or not everybody, but there was a large majority. There was a large group of people who was upset that Lil Wayne got passed over because it was in New Orleans and Lil Wayne's catalog was strong enough to hold a halftime show and the whole nine, and they thought that Lil Wayne was supposed to get it, right? So who made the decision between Lil Wayne and Kendrick Lamar? Do you know that the answer to that, twin?
What you call him? Jay-Z made the decision.
It was a Jay-Z thing. So
Yeah.
are we going to say thank you now to Jay-Z for Kendrick Lamar taking that role and sending those messages? because there's a lot of people who don't really rock with Jay-Z because they think that he lightweight sold us out. And Jay-Z has done a whole lot of selling out to the black community when it came down. Brooklyn, I could think of a whole lot of different things. The NFL deal, there's a lot of people that shook their head at Jay-Z about what he was doing. But now let me ask y'all, are y'all saying the same? Are you thanking Jay-Z for Kendrick's performance right now, or are you still mad at Jay-Z and calling him the names that you was calling him, sellouts and all of that? So he has to get some credit, whether it's good credit or bad credit, for picking Kendrick Lamar. And you know he had to run it through Jay-Z before he told you. Y'all didn't think Jay-Z knew that type of performance was about to happen? He just put his hands up and say, just do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. Now, Jay-Z knew the type of message that Kendrick Lamar was going to be putting in his music. I think he knew what message he was going to be sending in that halftime show. So what y'all think about Jay-Z's decision to pick Kendrick Lamar?
I mean, it is what it is. He knew what he was gonna do, but you know, I didn't like it though.
Well,
I just didn't like it.
Did you hear it? I mean, did you listen to it? Because look, I'll be honest with you, I'm a little slow to today's rap music.
Man, that if you listen to the lyrics and all that, he basically telling people busy. This back and forth new rap and stuff is snitching, man. If you listen to their lyrics,
well, no,
they snitching. They telling on people, man. You was with a 5-year-old, 7-year-old girl and all that. Then they holler at the end.
So
minors.
Hold on.
You holler minors.
But hold on though. You don't think we should tell on somebody if we know somebody doing a 5-year-old bad? Or
no, it ain't bad. It's saying you ain't never sold bricks, you ain't shot a gun. Man, they telling you. I was with you and all. If you listen to different rap songs, they telling on each other.
Right.
If you, it just ain't about. I ain't saying just about little childs or kids or something. If you just listen to it,
I know what you're saying. In general,
I'm saying what it. And then some of them guys I know from Chicago, like, man, come on, man. You bogus as hell for what you saying, and you know you wasn't right there when it happened. Just like Lil Durk, when he was listening, man, I know you do. And everything, that stuff you pump faking guys know you, the members know you, so stop playing. And everything, but they gotta sell records, that's their job, to entertain the folks. But in real life, you know what happened. Man, that's why, man, I can't say too much on here, but I know, man, get up out of here. They snitching today. And they rap lyrics. They telling something happened 14, 15 years ago. Now you want to put it out there. Come on, we were just cool. Come on, man.
No, I get it. But I think that there's
if you really listen to it, but back in the day, they told us how to get money, Master P and all that. But these new cats today, nah, they telling, Wyatt. You can listen to their lyrics, they telling.
Okay,
yeah, man, that's how it is. I hate to say it.
You do know they tell on themselves too in the music.
Oh yeah.
There's some artists these days that the prosecutors bring one of their songs in the courtroom to play it, and the description of the song fits the evidence against them.
Look, what you call it just did that. What's this one that just got out? Young Thugger. He told everything.
Yeah, I'm pretty much dissolved of the young and the babies and the littles. I don't know. They all the same to me, bro. When it comes little this, little that, baby this and baby that, and toddler this and toddler that.
Don't forget your boy T.I. either. Every time I hear dump your 70-year-old dumping it with a F in the mouth and all that. I'm like, what? Yeah, man. I listen to their lyrics. I'm like, no, I'm cool. That's why I don't like rap music, really. I don't really listen to no rap music. I listen to old school, man. Because they be lying sometimes in they rap music. They lie too much.
So let me ask you this, if I may. I'm curious. You know what? I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to ask you anyway because it just hit my brain. How do you feel about them? How do you feel about Big Meech being home right now? What's your position on Big Meech and how
it'll be the same if they pardon Larry Hoover. It'd be an honorable blessing. Same way.
So it's a blessing it's a blessing to the community that Big Meech is home.
I mean, you got to look at it, man. I look at the good side. I know it's a good side and a bad side to each person's situation.
But hey, he's not in jail no more, man. He got a family just like you got a family and I got a family. And he took care of the community. He put a lot of people on. Let my past be my past. This a new Meech. This ain't the old Meech. This a new Meech. So whatever happened, man, it is. I made my million. I did this and, mess with the girls and all that. No, I ain't living that life no more. This a new me. So you gotta, I give honor to the man. He put a lot of people on, his name out there for sake, and, you just gotta, game recognized game, man. I wouldn't knock that man. I don't knock a man for nothing, for his good deed or the wrong deed. I can't knock. I got flaws too. So hey, who am I to judge? I ain't Jesus. That's God. That's up to God to judge. You can criticize me all you want, be judgmental toward me, but other than that, I ain't gotta listen to you. It is what it is. I know it was wrong for me to sell dope and push this through the community, but hey, you ain't facing this time I'm facing.
I know, but Twin, I think
I made my hustle by a different way. Hey, I saw it come up. Hey, I took off.
Hold on, Twin. I think this is the disconnect from what I understand what you're saying, because I'm a firm believer that we all supposed to get second chances, sometimes third chances in life to, when we make our mistakes. But I think that it's a bad look when you bring someone home that kind of done so much destruction, and then you put them in a glorified position when they get home as if they have done something. Let's just say that he was a guy, he was Mandela. I know y'all about to stroke me over the coals for saying this, but a guy like Mandela is supposed to come home and get that kind of love because he went to jail for a reason that was to better the people. When you send somebody like Meech home, where there's been murder, destruction, mothers and fathers losing homes and drugs and just total destruction, and you say, well, he did what he did, that's a different type of person that you look up to versus a Mandela or some freedom fighter or somebody that was fighting for the right causes. Meech didn't fight for a cause. Meech was doing what he was doing was kind of selfish, and it was way against
I understand what you said, but you got to look at it like this. We in a new culture, man. Stop playing. People ain't here to no damn Nelson Mandela. They hit the big Meech. Come on, man. Stop playing, Wyatt. Tell the people the truth. Shame the devil, man.
Not everybody.
We in a new culture.
Bro.
Ain't nobody on no damn Nelson Mandela.
Bro, there's some people on here right now. They may not know Nelson Mandela.
We know him, but not no 25-year-old know him. Come on, man. This new generation.
Hold on. There's some 25-year-olds that don't know who Big Meech is either. It all depends.
You a lie.
Okay.
You was a lie.
So all
you a lie about that one.
So you saying,
come on, man.
I bet you can ask
you say they don't watch BMF? They don't watch Power? Come on, man.
Not all our children watch that, bro.
Yeah, okay. And Rick Ross even said it. I think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover. They recognize both of them. You have people out there. Where you think Gang Gang came from? We've been shooting out Gang since the 90s. They just brought it back out. Come on, man. Gang for the other side. Come on, man.
Twin, you got to understand something, bro. Everybody's not interested in the same thing. I didn't raise my children to know who Big Meech is and to watch certain things. I just didn't do it.
I understand that. Your people are raised by a good Wyatt. But my people wasn't. My people from the hood inside. People do social media TikToks. It's all across the news, across social media. You think them kids ain't gonna jump ship? They got their Kanye West, all them got their fingernail polished and all that. You think they ain't gonna polish their fingernail, wear skirts and stuff? Come on, Wyatt. Monkey see, monkey do. Come on, man. Wake up.
So now let me ask you, what role does Big Meech play in society today? What does he offer?
Get money. Get money.
Okay. All right. Okay.
He's part of the get money team.
Okay. No matter.
He can encourage you. He can encourage you to go be a motivational speaker. But he ain't gonna encourage you now.
Motivational speaker. What would he motivate you to do?
He can go to high school like, listen here, baby. Get your education, knowledge, the drug life I live. It ain't worked. You've been behind bars 28, 30 years, not seeing your family. It ain't worked. He can come do that. Okay. He can come be a good speaker.
Okay.
Other than that, they gonna honor that man. And Atlanta go on him because he put a lot of people on. Hey, man, I thank you, bro. Hey, what you need? They still paying that, man. Hey, what you need, man? It's crazy, man. And they want to have this crucial conflict deal going on, 50 and him. 50, I don't know, man. He messy like a bud. I don't know what's up with 50 and everything, but you know, to each his own, man. I'll give credit what credit is due, man. Even though you did wrong and you got a second chance, live your life, man. Because the only person you got to answer to is God. You pay your debt to society and everything else, man. I can care less. That's our problem now. We worry about the wrong thing.
Let me do this. Let me try to help in this bad argument. I'll give you a benefit of the doubt, but I don't know how this is gonna sound. But Big Meech. What about Lil Woody though? They praise him for snitching. No, Lil Woody. I don't know who Lil. I told you I don't keep up with these Lil this and Lil that and the babies and.
It was part of Young Thug now with Young Thug.
Baby Powder.
YSL gang. Come on, man.
Baby Powder and all them guys. I don't keep up with them dudes, man. I don't know.
Go ahead.
Let me just say this. Man. I'm going to give Big Meech the benefit of the doubt in this case here, okay? He did put some people on in the music game. He allowed these guys to be able to go in the studio and make some of the trashiest ass music that have our kids. I'm just being honest. I'm being honest. I know everybody.
You were on there, fam. You were on it.
But I'm being honest.
I agree with you.
That's not helping. Yeah, that's like selling dope to the community, and then when it's Thanksgiving, giving the broke ass community turkeys. I'm gonna benefit off of everybody's downfall, and then when I have an opportunity to kind of give a little bit back, I'm gonna scrape a little bit off the backside and let you have a little bit. But I'm gonna go back to destruction. That's not giving back. That's not it. So when you say that Big Meech gave back, when y'all say he give back, it all depends on who he giving back to. See what I'm saying? Like you can't make the money out of the community and then go off and do all these destructive things. Like, okay, I'm gonna take this money and I'm making drug money out of the community. So what I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna go open up stores in the community. And then I'm going to run all the good businesses out of business, and I'm going to be the only store in the community, and I'm going to charge high prices. You see, you ain't done nobody no favor. You just ran all the business out with the activities that you do on the streets that you finance. You ran all the businesses out because business don't want to be in those neighborhoods, and you open up a business out of drug money, and now you got a monopoly on the business so you can charge whatever you want to charge. That is not Robin Hood behavior.
That's your philosophy. You're thinking that way. Okay, well, man.
Damn my logic. My logic
thinking that way.
Okay.
He put a lot of people on, man. And this our gratitude. Thank you, man. Here, what you need. That's it. He ain't running no business out of nowhere. How we know if he started a business or something?
Okay, it was a metaphor.
That time I understand what you're saying now. Come on, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, people, what he did for me is, hey, thank you, and here's your reward. Welcome home, fam. There's a couple of guys I did that looked out for me. And everything. When I got home, they blessed me. Hey, what you need, twin? Hey, man, just, whatever. Shoot me a kite, whatever. It is what it is. You put me back on my feet. But it was my choice in my mind. Hey, should I go get this money or go get me a job? Or knock or be in a 6 feet deep, 12 feet deep, however they bury or be back in the jail, hollering child. Come on, man.
Okay, I got a question for you. Let's get back on topic for a second. And then I gotta go. I really do. What do you think the brothers and sisters over in Lincoln Heights should do at this point? Because now everybody out in the streets,
watch out 4 corners, stand on their 10 toes.
Okay, so now what?
10 toes down.
Okay, we had the churches come out. We had everybody out in the streets marching. Now what's next? What do we get out of this? Was that just to show that? I'm sorry?
You can't snooze, and you gotta shoot a kite to that damn Sheriff McGuff. Like, why did you allow this happen?
But you don't know I'm not taking up for it.
I know you're not, player. I know you're not. I'm pretty sure she knows. She got the 411 on it. I don't care what nobody's saying. She got the 411. Let's go to Indian Hills tomorrow, Wyatt. Me, you, and Pan-African and all that. We're going to set up shop in Inglewood Scroll. See what happened. See what happened, Wyatt. When we coming up with we ain't taking no dang on U-Haul. We going with what's these bus come? First student bus with tinted windows. Let's go over there, Wyatt, see what happened. Man, we going to jail.
Well,
we gonna have a shootout.
I got some dudes that got some information that feel like that. I'm not doubting what you're saying, brother, because of this reason here. I do, you know, I have had some conversations with some people that feel like that the police might have been involved. Now, this is not my you know,
Man, they
it's
was,
not
man.
my take, but not sheriff. They talking about, what was that? Evendale? Is that Evendale on the other side?
Evendale knew.
Yeah,
They knew. They the one escort them over there out of U-Haul truck. They was standing right there. And there was what was that, Lachlan too, and the sheriff. Come on, man. Let me Duffy know about it. They try to cover this up. They knew about it. Why? I'm guaranteed they knew about it. They just wanted to let this slide and all that. This ain't nothing new. I've seen them out there before, White. They ain't like you said, St. Louis.
Okay,
out there in Florida. Come on, this ain't nothing new.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but
no, I
just
know.
give me an idea of how they would have known. Like, what happened? You think they were involved, like they had a police officer on the 12 or 13 guys, or do you think they went over and got?
Man, they escorted them over there like a funeral service.
You got to listen to the questions so I can maybe I'm missing something. Did they have somebody involved in the 13, or did you do you think that when they went and rented the U-Haul that it kind of came, it came out, I'm just saying, because did they file for a permit to go up there and do this? Because I don't think a permit would have allowed them to do certain things that they were doing on the road up there by hanging stuff.
They had to file for a permit or got the okay. You right there on the bridge, man, on 75 or whatever, the 75. And I don't know what's up there. You got flags, Nazi flags and other symbols. You might be aiming to shoot at me while I'm driving on 75. So why allow that on the bridge like that? And then you got a gap. You got GE and you got the Lincoln Heights community. Come on, McDuffie. You playing with fire.
Okay.
Come on, man. It's crazy. It's not making any sense to me, man. It's not. She knew what was going down, White. And she needs an answer for have a press conference like, I'm sorry, we go de-escalate it and all that. Try to de-escalate. You should never let it escalate at first. Come on, man.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, bro, I did read something where there was a statement made. I think Lincoln Heights police said that they weren't aware that this was going to happen. And I think the sheriff's department said the same thing. And I think this came from the direction of the Evendale area. I'm going to need to work on the information for a day or two so I can get it all together. I'm not even taking
out. They led them over there. Somebody
right.
did.
So just to put it on the sheriffs, and I'm not taking up for them. I'm just saying.
Who patrols Lincoln Heights though, Wyatt?
I believe the sheriffs do. Lincoln Heights don't have a police department anymore, do they? Maybe.
Who service the Lincoln Heights community?
I think it's the sheriff's department.
Okay, don't worry about it. Okay. Hamilton County Sheriff. Who in charge of Hamilton County Sheriff?
Well, McGuffrey is, but that doesn't necessarily.
Okay, White. Okay. I'm done talking, player.
Okay, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just trying to get some information.
No. We gotta understand him, player. No, come on, White.
Okay, well,
we both got opinions and everything.
All I can say is this: there was a lot of people that were actually, supporting her when it came down to her getting that spot. You don't think that she would do something like that? I just don't know if she would do something like that. I mean, I'm not saying that she would or she wouldn't. I just know that same community actually supported her. I mean,
So it's Trump's fault.
Oh man, come on. All right, what else you got, bro?
Yeah, that's what they gonna say. It's Trump's fault. No, that's it, man. I'm done talking about this, man. All right, Wyatt. I'm gonna let you, man.
All right, brother. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Talk to you. Thanks for engaging with us, twin. Let me see if my bro. Let me see if my brother is available to say something real fast. Let me see. I told him I'd give him a ring. I don't know. He said he had something going on. Hello, Mike.
Yeah, how you doing, man?
Mike, what's up, man? It's Wyatt.
All right.
What's happening with you? Did I catch you at a bad spot, bro?
No, I'm good.
Hey, listen, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm on the air right now, live. So, all right,
Okay.
we gotta, bro. You was out in them
Yeah, I'm
streets.
here.
You was out in them streets in Lincoln Heights. You live out there. What's happening, man? Is I asked you earlier. You good? Everything good?
Yeah, everything perfect.
All right, man. Listen, bro. I had a conversation just now with somebody on the air that felt like that the sheriff's division might have known something about it. Now, there's a difference between the sheriffs and the Evendale police over there. And I seen you on Facebook. I seen you doing something live, so I shouted, I shouted at you to see what was going on. But what's your take on that, man? You think the sheriffs was knew that they were going up on that bridge, or do you think
I definitely knew
Evendale,
they was involved. They was there. They was on the bridge with them actually when we got there.
the sheriff or Evendale, or both?
Both. And I got some. We seen some stuff basically. You know what I'm saying? A couple other people. I want to say their names. We seen one of the sheriffs parked actually at the Lincoln Heights Elementary School, which is right up the street from where they had parked at. Yeah. So, and when we got there, like I said, my daughters told me they seen it from the highway. That's what made me go approach. I was like, as soon as they called and told me, they got off the bus. They said they could see it from the highway, from the bridge, right? What's that Aviation Way bridge that they was on. I went down there. Me and my nephew drove down there. We actually drove up on the bridge to confront them. On the bridge, I'm sorry, to confront them, whatever. And the entrance to the bridge from the aviation side, where GE, where's that coming from? Okay, when you come from GE and you come in towards Lincoln Heights, you had one sitting right there in the center. He was parked in the center of the street, right as you enter the.
Well, let me say this for the people that don't know. You were actually out there, like you was holding it down with Zone 15. You one of them that was out there that was like, y'all can come back over here if you want to. You know what I'm saying? So, my question to you is this, bro. Like, do you think them dudes knew where they was? Like, do you really think them Nazis knew that across on the other side of the bridge was Zone 15 was us over there like that? Do you think that they knew that?
If they didn't know, they know now. Right, they're not to come back. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they really knew where they was where they was coming to. They, like I said, they had their cars. They actually parked in Lincoln Heights, right through where the warehouses was, and walked up to the bridge.
I know where that is. Is that the same bridge right there by what used to be Taco Bell and all that right there? Or?
It's before. It's before. It's right where the reservoir and the senior citizen apartments is.
Okay. I know what you're talking about. So they parked on the Lincoln Heights side.
Yeah. They parked on the Lincoln Heights side and walked up to the bridge. I'm thinking they was parked over GE and came over there.
Right.
But no, they came from our side and went on up to the bridge.
Yeah.
Because I was the one that flattened out the Jeep that they drove there.
You didn't say that. You said you don't know who flattened that Jeep. That's what you did. You don't really know who did that. But
no, I know. I'm gonna keep it 100. I flattened it
out. Let me ask you this though, bro. Those cars. Do you think them dudes was from the area? The cars that they came in, didn't they?
No, because the Jeep is from California. So some of them from the area. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Like I said, I know I'm almost certain that they were working with the Evendale Police Department.
Okay. All right. Well, that's something to look into. I definitely get on that. I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm gonna see what I can pull up, man. I'm just still trying. I got my ear to the way.
Yeah.
You know how I am. I can reach out to a
And
few people.
I said I hate to say too much, but that's just me, man. I'm gonna be real about it. I ain't hot for none of them. I'm ready for any of them, right. Police and them. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's
why we on here. I'm not here. I got to protect my kids. I got to protect these women inside my neighborhood, and that's what I'm gonna do.
For sure. Yeah. Well, let me just say this, man, so nobody will think you crazy. All right. I know it's not because of what you just said. I just want them to know who you are. This is a dude that's really been out there, bringing the kids off the streets. I've known Mike. How long I've known you now, Mike? It's been about 7 years, 8 years now.
Yeah, a little bit over 7 years before we moved down south and came back. So about 10 years.
Right, and he a solid dude when it comes down to the kids in the community and taking care of people and making sure that things go right in areas. He's been a solid dude. He's been one of them dudes, to be honest with you, that he know the real ones in them streets that's helping the children. He know He know the ones that's been out here helping. All right.
Exactly.
And he can tell you. But I'm gonna give you your flowers now, bro, because a lot of people don't understand why you be so angry so much, and it be for shit like this, because it be so many people out there. Hey, let me ask you something, because Carolyn Smith keep asking me, do you know Twin? Well, Twin is a regular name, kind of like where we from, but do you know Twin that called the radio station? He ain't no radio dude. He don't do all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if you know Twin that call the radio stations and podcasts and all that. Do you know him?
No, I don't.
Okay, all right. He out there. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. So I called Mike to make sure he was good. Mike always know that my position in the neighborhood has always been pretty solid. Whenever they need something, whenever we doing something, he know the real ones. He know the ones that's giving back. He know the ones that's really
This
out
call
there.
will be recorded.
Man, you got me on some type of shit, bro. What's that? You got me on some police shit?
No, it's not, man. This damn iPhone do this crap.
Oh, okay. You got me.
This call is no longer being recorded.
Man, where you calling me from? I'm just playing, bro. That wasn't my phone. That was your shit over there. But
yeah, it's a damn iPhone, man.
All right, my iPhone ain't never. But I'm just saying. But anyway, bro. But listen, man. Thank you, man, for being what you are to the community, bro. Zone 15 got a real one over there, man. Like, I was proud to see y'all stepped up, and I don't think them dudes ever coming back. I think this is my take. I think, and I talked to a few people. I think they made a mistake by going to that bridge. I don't think they knew, because that's like somebody going to Winton Terrace on Craft Street and setting up shop talking that type of shit. That's all I'm saying. I think they would know better. And if they knew what was going on over in Zone 15, over in Lincoln Heights, I don't think they would have went over there. I think they picked safe spaces, and they made a bad decision on this one. All right. I don't know if this was constructed, if this was done on purpose to get this type of reaction. But my question is this to you, Mike, and Zone 15 over there. Now what? Now what we gonna do? We done came out. I see the streets are guarded. You've been out there. So now what? Yeah. Is this a way that we gonna get our people to start doing different things and getting together? And because look, I've always
it's sad that it take this, because it shouldn't take this for us to start getting together, working together as a community or as a whole. And it ain't just about Lincoln Heights, it's about Cincinnati, period. You know, I don't think, okay, these Nazis got to come in here now, we got to get it together. We supposed to already had it together.
I feel you know? On that. I feel you
but on that. This probably sparked it, you know?
All right, I'm expecting something out of Zone 15, man. I got some other people I got to call over that way, but hey, man, like I said, bro, I appreciate you. I've been knowing you for 7 years. You've been about 7 or 8 years. You've been pretty solid throughout the whole time. And you know, you can call me anytime, bro. We need to get that gym going over in Lincoln Heights, okay? Call me and let me know what I can do. You know, I've always been there with you.
Definitely, I got you.
All right, brother. Talk to you soon. Thanks for taking the call, bro.
Okay.
All right, later. I ain't say nothing to incriminate myself, did I? Because that phone was beeping. This phone call, y'all know that's what they do when you get them jail calls. This phone call is recorded. Oh, Mike. Yeah, no, that's, you know, I think Mike is originally from Nap. I think he was born and raised in Indianapolis. But he been pretty solid in the Cincinnati area, man. He in the boxing, you know, he got some sons, and it took a lot of kids off the street. Let me tell you a 15-second story about Mike. I didn't want to do it on the line because it you know, I don't know if it would have been something he wanted everybody to know. When I first met Mike, this is how I met him. If you go to his Facebook page, you'll see the stuff that he's doing. Mike Dawson is his name, bro. He out here. But let me just say this to you. When I met Mike, let me tell you what he was doing. He was bringing children from over, like, he lived downtown. He was walking from Kentucky. Y'all know what I'm saying? All the way from Kentucky. He was getting some kids that was at, I don't know where they were. I think he might have had an apartment or something over in Kentucky. And he was bringing them kids from over that area and walking them to Cincinnati. No bus service. Nobody gave him bus cards. None of that. He started walking these kids from Kentucky and downtown Cincinnati all the way up to Don's school. You hear me? Where they had a gym up there, walking every day in the rain, when it was cold outside and in the snow. He was walking with them kids, making sure that they made it to the gym. I met him in that type of situation. He a real one. He get out there. Now, one of the kids was his son, and he was pushing his son. He was pushing them kids, and nobody was helping him. Nobody was, I'm telling y'all, nobody was helping. They've been talking all that old shit about this, about helping the kids in the community. Nobody was helping him. And the people at the gym knew what he was doing. Nobody helped him. That's how I met that guy. That's how I know that that guy is solid and he ain't changed since then. So when stuff like this go down, I think we have a mutual respect, because he know I seen what he did and what he was doing and what he's still doing, and he's just never switched gears. He's always been that same dude. He's always giving back. Now, for y'all that may not know, that's probably like a 5-mile, 6-mile walk. You get to the gym by 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You didn't start it at 2 o'clock, 2:30, maybe even 3 o'clock when they got out of school or whatever. He will walk all the way up to Walnut Hills from Covington, Kentucky, or Newport, one of them two. It was somewhere in Kentucky. We both know that they're right next to each other. And he was walking 5 to 6 miles each way. You get there at 4 o'clock, they start working out. And by 8 o'clock that night, him and them kids would get back on the road. They would walk. I didn't realize that. Once I found that out, we did something about it. But I don't know anybody else. I mean, look, this guy right here, he's solid. And everywhere he's gone, it's always been about the kids. He ain't never asked me for nothing for himself. He's never asked anybody anything, not just me, anybody. He hasn't asked anybody out here for anything that wasn't going to benefit the kids and what he was trying to do. So, man, I gotta say something to him. And he a street dude. Now, I'll say he a street dude. Like, you don't really want to you don't want to mess with him like that. That's why he was the first one to jump on the bridge. He was willing to go to jail. He was the first one to jump on the bridge to go after the Nazi dudes. They followed him. Go look at his page. Go look at his page. So shout out to him. Shout out to him. Let me go to the phone lines, man, before I get up out of here. I'm getting close to go. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Hello, how you doing? This is CK.
CK, what's good, man? Long time no talk to.
Man, you been gone out the country, homie.
I've been gone.
You been gone. You been gone. I mean, I ain't seen you in, but you put the passport in effect?
No, I went to Phoenix. I didn't need it for that.
Right. Phoenix,
but you're right. The week before, I was pretty much on the road. The first of the year is really tough for me. I'm really busy in my work at the first of each year.
Listen, sir, we understand you got to get that chips and dip. You feel me? You got to get that chips and dip to feed the family. You hear me? We got to do what we got to do.
Yeah.
But check this out. There's a lot we got to catch up on, brother.
Okay, what's up?
A lot. We got them Super Bowl champions, huh? I called it. Money green over Republican red any day, Mr. Wyatt. Live.
Wait a minute. You called Philadelphia?
Listen, Mr. Wyatt live. I said money green over Republican red any day.
Okay.
Yeah, Republican red, they won the presidency, and we know who Trump was rooting for, Miss Taylor Swift. Hey, bless her. Even though she's the #1 artist, I still haven't listened to one song by her, and that's impressive by me because I'm a music connoisseur. But I knew money green rules everything around me.
Really?
I knew Philly was gonna win that, son. I called it yesterday. I wish you was gonna. I called it. Everybody that's gonna see me gonna be like, yeah, I made a good 1,200 green Benjamins for myself.
That's why you talking shit. You didn't put some money on the game and won you a little something, bro. Let me hold a little something.
Yeah, you know how we do it.
Yeah, but I know. Now I see why you talking that. Now I hear why you talking that fat man shit. Now I hear you. You had money on the game.
And you know what I ate for lunch today when I came to work?
Oh Lord, you didn't step your game up. You didn't hit a lick, and now you didn't win and got you something out the drive-through. What you eat?
I ate that well, I really hit the J&W sandwich shop, but I ate a tangerine at work. Hey, you see what I'm saying? I'm a fat boy on the streets, but then I'm a health nut in the workplace.
I wasn't ready. Yeah, I wasn't ready for that. I thought you was about to tell me you might have had, something special for lunch, man. Root what?
You thought I was going to say I wanted to get me some Roof Chris for lunch, huh?
No, because they don't have a drive-through. I thought you might, I thought that maybe, you hit a lick and you went and got you something special. You stepped the game up, man, and maybe got something, got you, a supersized meal or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I bought my cousin lunch. Look, that J&W shop over there in Bayou Hill, they still got 1994 prices. Why you got to go over there and get your sandwich for the family and shit?
I don't know about that. Anybody that's stuck on 1994 prices, bro, that's got to be suspect.
Man, you know this dude, Mark Edwards. You remember Mark Edwards? He owned that shop.
Okay.
The football player. You remember him?
Yeah.
The fullback, he owned that spot. But that's a little hole in. But the hole in the walls be the best spot, right?
Where is this at? What part of town?
Right there off of Bayou Hill over there, like almost off of Avalia, like Northcutt type, going over to the Norwood side. Okay. A little hole in the wall spot, and I can't believe you ain't been there. But it been there for a long time. It's like they got the legends been there. Pete Rose, Babe Ruth, all the people been there. Muhammad Ali, all them cats. They got the pictures in there.
Yeah. What's the name? Yep. Drop it again. Drop the name again.
J&W's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they got everything in there, but they got the prices. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to spend $15 for a double deck.
And the prices are still 1994 prices.
Yeah, $6.50. You know what I'm saying? I bought a gyro $4.50, man. You get the gyro on fries for what, $8, $9. Still, they jumping too. They jumping. It's like a crack house because it looked like it ain't no business, but then you go because you can't even look inside of it. Man, I was blown away. Okay. But it's jumping up in there. They got us in there, them in there. Nice little integrated community. Yep. But I wanted to ask you, how did you feel about the halftime performance, sir?
I digged it, but I don't think a lot of people really was feeling it because, look, some people tune in for different reasons, bro. Like some people want to jump around. Some people want to dance. Mm-hmm. Some people want to be entertained and you know what I'm saying? That's just how some people are. And then some people, they cool with hearing information or hearing, perspectives of how people feel about things. I don't know. I got what I got out of it. I don't know if it's fair for me to say somebody should have got it or they should have got it or they shouldn't have got it. That's not fair because, I don't want to be the judge of what you should accept in your life and what you shouldn't.
Well, me being the guy that I am, there was 3 sisters up in there and they was talking about the game and they was talking about how whack the halftime performance was. And I started laughing because me and my cousin was just arguing and I was telling him how whack Kendrick is, and the sister, that's what I mean. He's a man's rapper. He's not a woman's rapper. The rapper you need to have at the Super Bowl is for the ladies. The men are there for the football player. So if you're going to have a rapper, you got to have something that's appealing to the ladies. Not no hard-leg rapper.
I think ladies like Kendrick.
Nah. They was ripping him. I was just telling you, it was 3 sisters ripping him. They said he didn't even change clothes. He had them bell bottoms. So I'm glad I'm in tagging them. I say, you ain't like the bell bottom? They like, nah, he look a little fruity in them. Yeah, he's not what they looking for. If you want New Orleans, listen, Mr. Wyatt Live. Are you listening, sir?
I can hear you.
Louisiana has the best artists in the world. He doesn't have the energy capacity to keep up with a Louisiana artist like Mystical, Lil Wayne, Juvenile. They would all blow him out the wire. Hot Boys, Manny Fresh. This exposed Kendrick for the weak artist he is, and it exposed Jay-Z for putting up garbage talent in Louisiana, where the most talented in the world is. That was a slap in the face of Louisiana. He doesn't have the energy to keep up. That's marching bands. That's Mystical. Yeah.
So you wanted to be entertained with the dancing and the hypeness. You wanted the Super Bowl, the sparks, and you wanted the firecrackers, and you wanted the boom and the bang. That's basically what you wanted, right?
Ain't that what Russell Crowe told you 20 years ago? Are you not entertained? No, we're not, Kendrick. No, we're not. We don't want to hear that little boy. Only reason you in that position is because of you're not like us or what you did to Drake. And I'm glad I'm on your platform telling the masses the truth. The only reason you made the Super Bowl is because of one freaking song. You didn't make it because of your career. You made it because you took off the current reigning champion, Drake, and became the champion. And people were so tired of Drake because he's a foreigner. That's why you got the Super Bowl appearance, Wyatt. I said it on the platform. Now the truth is out there in the lexicon.
Well, I guess
you heard it.
I guess. Well, CK made it true, but I mean that's your opinion.
No, you tell me.
Well, no,
you tell me. What's your opinion?
No, I said it earlier. I don't know if you were here, but I'm not really a big Kendrick Lamar fan either because of the style of rap. Okay, like I don't like West Coast rappers because of how they rap over the beats and the music and stuff. I'm not big on that, but I do respect his message. I know where he's coming from. I know what he's talking about. He's more of a mainstream. I said this earlier. I don't know who would agree or disagree. He's more of a mainstream Nipsey Hussle. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Nipsey Hussle more an underground dude who became kind of like mainstream. He was getting there, but he was more underground. But
Nipsey can't mess with no Ice Cube. You ain't even on the same stratosphere. He makes you look small if you put your song against Ice Cube. You're not a superstar. You're just a rapper. When you messing with Ice Cube, you're a superstar. Juvenile, you're a superstar. DX, superstar. Kendrick Lamar, rapper. No superstar. Only superstars belong in that lexicon Super Bowl halftime, and you know this Wyatt live.
I don't know, man. I think it's a matter of opinion. I think it's like
anything. Is he a superstar to you?
I think he's a superstar because of a couple of different reasons. I think he's a superstar because of because of his catalog. Okay, some of the work that he's done, being like, he's done the soundtrack to Black Panther. Okay, I don't know if he did both of them, but he did one of them for sure, and I really enjoyed that soundtrack. It was the second one. I don't know if he did.
Okay, I would go listen to that. You putting one on me. Okay, I will do my homework. You got me, because I have been hating on this midget for quite some time now. Yeah, but I will listen to that to just try to be fair.
Listen to some of the work he's done that he got contracted to do, and when you listen to that soundtrack from Black Panther, that was impressive, bro. Like that record is pretty strong. But like, I don't get into rap today. So I can't say that he deserved record of the year. He deserved record of the year, I'm assuming, because he sold a lot of copies. But do I think it's better than Lil Baby or Conscious K and all these different people? I don't know. I'm not into the mainstream of rap anymore. I don't follow it. Rap has gone in a whole nother direction. I think a lot of us have outgrown rap. Okay, I think.
Wyatt, hold on. No, Wyatt live. Wyatt live, you're not going to do this because you come from rap. That's when you was born. You're not going to run away from where you was born, sir. You're from down the way. You come from rap.
I come from hip hop
and crack.
I come from hip hop. Yeah. I don't know if rap and hip hop are the same thing.
Listen, sir. I'm not going to let you do this because you came from Luther Vandross. Do you remember that dude? Fat, skinny dude from the 80s.
Let me think about it. Yeah, I know Luther Vandross. Yeah. What about
now? Listen, sir. This is why I can't stand that little midget West Coast Kendrick, because of Luther Vandross. And he played his song at the halftime. I was furious. Did you hear Luther's voice at the halftime?
Yeah.
Listen, sir. That's the reason why I hate Kendrick. This man owned the 80s. Am I lying? He owned the 80s from 84 to 89. It was Luther. Right? He owned it. You gonna wait for this man to die on his deathbed to give him 1 Grammy, and Kendrick get 20 of them while you're alive? Kendrick got 20 of them. And Luther ran the whole 80s and got 1 at the end of his life. That's why I can't stand that man. Do you understand where I'm coming from now?
I'm gonna say yes. I understand where you're coming from.
That's difficult, man. That's difficult to handle. This guy, you put 1 song against Kendrick, any Luther song would destroy Kendrick's whole catalog, and you know this
Because you're from Cincinnati. You know you can put one song against Kendrick's whole catalog
Wait a minute.
and
Wait,
Luther
whoa,
will
whoa,
beat
whoa.
him.
Well, I don't know about that because those are two different genres. That's not fair to say. I mean, yes, I probably have a couple of Luther Vandross songs that not even R&B artists can keep up with, let alone rappers. That's just not a fair equivalent. Yeah, that's just not fair. Okay.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. But he has one Grammy for his whole lifetime of body of work. Mr. Wyatt Live, and Kendrick is younger than that man. They got 20. And what? He got 20 Grammys at 20 years old. This is not adding up, Wyatt. It's not adding up.
But I don't understand the argument there. Okay, that would make Kendrick Lamar a better artist, right? He has 20 times the awards.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That means he's full of shit. It's like Friends. And living single is real. Friends is the copycat.
But aren't these awards generated off of record play and record sales and things of that nature?
As Luther Vandross. If that's the case, where's DMX Grammy? Where's Tupac Grammy? If it's built off of sales, it's not adding up. Wyatt Live. Do I got you? Did I catch you up there? Did I just catch you up in your own words? You said it go by records. So if it go by sales, where's Tupac Grammy? He sold 5 million records in 2 months. You said go by record sales.
No, I'm not saying every award goes by record sale. It could be single of the year. You know, there's so many different categories that you can win an award that to get record of the year is pretty strong. Okay, that means you gotta just press play type of an album. You know what I'm saying? That means your whole album is pretty much, you know, it's kicking, like, you know what I'm saying? But to have
Luther didn't get one till Dance with My Father. That's my point. And he had all that what you're saying. He had press play and it was over. In 83, 86. That's what he was coming with. A house is not a home. Remember that? Remember that?
I remember that.
It was hit after hit, sir. Where's the Grammys?
I understand that.
That was
I'm a little confused. I'm a little confused though, to be honest with you. I don't want to.
Why don't Luther got no? I'm saying, why don't DMX got no Grammy? I don't understand. How is Kendrick getting 20 Grammys? You explain. So you're saying you understand? So messages get you Grammys. That's what you're saying.
Say that last part again. I'm sorry. I was reading. What you say?
You're saying the message in your music is what earns you a Grammy.
No, I believe there's a board of some sort that votes on the activity of your album, and that's how you win your awards. That's what I think. That's what I think. That's what I believe happens. And I
just want you to understand that they're forcing this guy they forcing him on us. We're not asking for this midget guy. We want the real rappers. We want Yo Gotti. We want Sexy Red. We want Megan Thee Stallion.
Okay, all right.
We want Beyonce.
Bro,
did you see Beyonce?
Those are not. I don't know how to say it without trying to offend someone, bro. But those are not artists to me, bro. Those are what you call rappers. I'm sorry.
Oh my God! Did you see Beyonce halftime performance a couple weeks ago, sir, on Netflix? On the White Horse.
Yeah, that was at a football game, right? It was
yes, the Ravens.
Okay. Yeah, I did see that.
That's what we're looking for, sir. If you're gonna do halftime, you gotta have that, sir. And that wasn't even the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think people missing the message on that, bro. I think Jay-Z, who has been labeled a certain type of a person, I believe
Camel face assassin. Let's say what he is.
Okay.
Labeled a certain type of person. Camel face assassin. That's what he is.
Yeah.
Stole my woman.
Okay. I didn't know that he stole Beyonce from you, bro. I would be angry too. But I didn't. I think Jay-Z knew that Kendrick Lamar was going to deliver this type of message. So I don't know if this was constructed, if this was orchestrated by Jay-Z and he kind of helped him coach his way through this. I don't know. But I find it to be a little ironic that Jay-Z has this particular way of dealing with the community and kind of never wanting to see anybody get bigger than him, and then open this opportunity up for Kendrick Lamar's to deliver a message like this. It kind of doesn't fit Jay-Z's MO or his reputation that he has. That's kind of like what I just want to know why he decided to choose Kendrick Lamar and then allow Kendrick Lamar to send subliminal messages through his music like he did. I'm just curious to know why that happened, because a lot of people thought that Jay-Z was tap dancing for the NFL. A lot, and I could be honest with you and tell you that Jay-Z has done a lot of corporate things to better himself and his family. I'm not mad at him for that, but at the same time, it has to make people who have thought of him a certain way, you have to start questioning if how you felt about him was real. I know for a fact, going to Brooklyn as much as I do, that the city of Brooklyn, they don't like Jay. All right, he from there and all that. They felt like that he used the black community for them to do that stadium deal. You understand the Barclay deal, the Barclay deal?
Yes, sir.
That he
Yes,
used
sir.
his position of being Jay-Z and he sold the community. Like how we have the, what is that? The TQL Stadium in Cincinnati, how it overran
Yes, sir.
that Barclay Center, that Barclay Stadium is sitting in the same spot like where Laura Holmes was in downtown Cincinnati. And they needed votes.
The Marcy Project. You talking about the Marcy?
Yeah, they
Marcy
needed
Project.
votes. They needed votes to make that happen. You understand?
Right.
And Jay came to the community in Brooklyn and sold them on moving things and making things happen and this and this and that. And he got paid for that. And a lot of people were displaced and a lot of people were in bad situations from that. And that came back on Jay-Z. See what I'm saying? He made like $8 million on that deal.
But one thing you have to respect about the legend Sean Carter is when he came out, he told you that he was willing to sell his soul to the devil. He told you, I'm in it for the money. He said, you worship God, I worship God, as in John guy. See, he worshiped man, he worshiped money, the love of money. He told you this out his own mouth. That's what I respect. Most of these guys don't have the heart to tell you, yes, I will do whatever to attain the riches.
Well, yeah, they don't have to tell you. It's in the actions though, bro. They don't have to tell you. It's just how they, you could tell by the things that they invest in. You could tell by the messages that they may send to the people that is, what they trying to get people to do. The influence is more about, for me, shows more of what's in it for them. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how I gauge it. And when Jay went in and tried to get them to do certain things in that property, that property run in Brooklyn, that told me that he didn't really care. He faked like he was owner of the New Jersey Nets, the Brooklyn Nets. They turned into the Brooklyn Nets. And that gave them, that made it sound like they had a black man that was like the owner, and he had a very, very little stake in it. And then as soon as that deal went down, they ended up buying that stake from him, and he made a lot of money after they got the project built, after they did what they needed to do. So, I mean, I know the play. I know what he did. And I mean, it's sad, and he did it and he benefited from it. And he found himself in sports management and things of that nature. And he's been able to wiggle into the NFL and found himself in a position to be able to do what he's doing. So,
and never forget Wyatt Live. Listen, when it comes to Sean Carter and Money Mayweather, it's not just them, it's also they're blessed by God. They were saved and certain, so they touched by the Lord. That's why nothing has never happened to them. People die every day. These guys was Mayweather could have lost a decision. He could have got robbed in the decision, but God was on his side. You see what I'm saying? Jay-Z could have got robbed and killed over bricks. So you need God to make it to these billions also. It ain't always just the devil. God saves you too. You see what I mean? He wouldn't have made it. Mayweather wouldn't have made it this far without God. Wyatt Live.
So now let me ask you a question. Based on that logic, Frank Lucas had the Lord on his side. Big Meech had the Lord on his side.
Yeah, to make it through prison, sir. Do you know you went there with killers, sir?
Exactly
you went there with killers.
But hold on, CK. That's exactly what I was talking about last week. I don't know who I was talking to on the phone, but somebody was like, God blesses these preachers with this stuff. And I'm like, I don't believe that cars and houses and shit are blessings from God. I think God give us the ability to get these things. That's the blessing, is having the ability to do it. I don't, because bad people have those things too. People that don't have any intentions of doing you right, or they don't have your best interest at heart. And they have good stuff, good things, nice stuff. You can't say that those are blessings from God.
Yes. Listen, if your daughter can't eat and I feed her, right? That's a blessing from God, right? Because if she don't eat, she dies, right? So, but the manipulation, you got to think that's manipulation, feeding her. I'm getting close to you. See what I'm saying? So it's the devil working his way in through God. So she still was saved through the food, but I was getting close to her daddy to con him out his money. See what I mean?
Okay.
So I'm using God manipulation. But the last thing I want to know is what the game. Like, how did you feel about the domination of the Eagles?
Well, you know, they played dominant football. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. They played, you know, look, I think that Kansas City got a little exposed. Okay, they were exposed because they couldn't pick. Mahomes couldn't pick up the coverages. He didn't know who was coming and who was going. He was playing, you know, running around the backfield. He just couldn't brace himself. And I think the Eagles had the talent in the secondary to be able to let their front line have enough time to do what they did. That's what I felt.
Yes.
I'll be honest with you, CK. Let me just say this last thing about the game. I was anticipating a much better game because I knew that there was a dominant offense playing a dominant defense. I didn't see a 24-0 halftime. I didn't see that coming, bro. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, I'm being honest. All I pick is winners and losers. Because that's all it is. It's not horseshoes. I don't give a damn. It's a 98-0 or 2-0. Sir, I knew Money Green will beat Republican Red. Because Donald Trump was at the game, sir. And you know who he was supporting. You go with the logic, man. Money. What move? America is moved by money. Yeah, red is in control, but green is king.
I hate that you feel that
I'm
way, bro.
it.
I hate that you feel that way.
I'm gonna end it. Why you say you hate that?
I just don't like when people say that money. A lot of people get money and position confused, and I just know that resources are more powerful than money because you can So positioning is more of a resource. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get the money, but I got Wyatt Live. I got the Afternoon Experiment, the Lincoln Ware Show. You got all these resources now. Now you could just you could do like Turkey a la Chic. Okay, I could set up the debates. I would set up the debate. I'm gonna throw Wyatt on DJ Vlad. I'm gonna throw Emmanuel on Adam 22. We gonna get it jumping. You hear me? All I gotta do is get 100 million up. You feel me? Or 10 million. I'm cool. 10 million. Yes, sir. Much love to the family. Like I say, without hesitation, I'll give my life for any member of your family, man. Peace to everybody.
All right, brother. I appreciate you engaging with us, CK. I just, people would be counting these blessings. I don't know, man. I see some evil people that get blessings. If you want it based on that, if that's your logic of blessing and God putting things in your life, I just don't believe that. I don't believe that God blesses people with things. I think he blesses us with the ability to acquire what we need and the things that we sometimes want. That's just my personal, okay? That's my personal belief. And I think that's how we get sideways sometimes, because when you start chasing money, it ain't no telling what you're willing to do for it. That's just my personal opinion. I've lost friends. I've lost people I've known almost my whole life because money has not only been a problem, it was pretty much the thing that caused the problem between us. Money, it generates like jealousy, and what happens is when you get a little bit more than somebody, they can get jealous, or the animosity, something like that can happen. And you can lose some real close people because sometimes money acts as a tool to bring out insecurities in people. They're insecure about certain things. They think that you think certain things about them, or they're angry that you got to the money first. And I've seen it. I've absolutely seen it. It's a horrible situation. I've seen money break up families. Let me go to the phone lines, man. I gotta use the restroom. Let me go to the phone lines before I get out of here. Hold on one second. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Hey man, you gotta go to the bathroom first, bro.
I do, bro. You got a second?
Go ahead.
I tell you what.
Go ahead.
I can hear you. I just want to go to the back
Hey,
room there.
go ahead, bro.
If you don't, but what's on your? Is this Ron?
Yeah.
Ron, what's on your mind, bro? Tell me.
Hey,
I'm gonna give you the floor so you don't interrupt. I won't interrupt you. Okay.
All right. So, the leader of the NAACP called today on Lincoln Ware show, and they said that those neo-Nazis was there because hate is trickling down. And, I just totally disagree with that because hate done been there since before the 60s. Hate ain't never been, and hate ain't never went nowhere, and hate ain't going nowhere. People love to hate. People love to hate Twin, and it's black folk hating Twin. So if black folk hate on Twin, white folk gonna hate on Twin. So what I'm saying is, ain't nothing necessarily gonna change, and I'ma wait for what's this December with what February 10th, so I'ma wait for March 10th and then wait and see what somebody, what's going to transpire, with this situation that's done blew all up with some neo-Nazis coming to Lincoln Heights. I'm more worried about, the $53 million that FEMA got last week that they spent on luxury hotel rooms for immigrants in New York City. And we all distracted on all this old bullshit, but we not, ain't nobody doing nothing different. Trump trying to put his back in, and wait a minute. Now, you watched the Super Bowl yesterday, right?
I did.
Now, how many, black folk did you see in that stadium, in the stadium? How many black folk
Is that a question for me?
You see on the field? How many black folk you think were working to do all the things that they did to put on the Super Bowl? How many black folk think, how many black folk was working on security and all that other stuff?
Ron,
now
quick thing.
folk gonna be extinct.
Ron, for the record, I'm back. I'm back.
I seen you.
Okay, I didn't know if you were asking me the questions. Or these, you were just being, I didn't know if you wanted an answer. I didn't know. Go ahead.
Yeah, but it just sort of rhetorical because it just doesn't make any sense for us to be talking about, black folk, white folk gonna do this to black folk and black. We gonna suffer this and we gonna suffer that. We've had a black president. We have black oversight congressional people in the states, in the federal government. We have black Supreme Court justice, all that shit. But we just saw, the black society is gonna crash. I'm just sick of all this bullshit instead of us getting our shit together, because we need to get our shit together. These people, the Democrats and libs are throwing a fit because those is pointing out how we've been defrauded with our taxpayer money, with our taxpayer funds. They mad. I cannot understand that. And Bill Clinton's vice president was Al Gore was trying to do those back then and didn't accomplish it. Now the Trump is doing the things that we want him to do, and we don't want. And I guess I don't speak for everybody, but I know I don't want my money to be going over to Egypt for Egypt tourism. I know I don't want my money to be going over to Vietnam to fund electric cars for them. I know I don't want my tax dollars to be going to FEMA to put up luxury hotel rooms for people in New York and for immigrants in New York City when we have homeless
Then let me
in
ask
New
you a
York
question,
City.
Ron. Let me ask you a question. All this money that's being discovered, what do you think they should do with it?
Oh, shit. They're going to put it back in the budget. They're going to put it back in the budget.
Okay.
And
but no, let's be more specific. Let's be more, because I'll get specific on this. What do you think they should do with all this discovered money that they've been passing out for all these different situations overseas and all that? What do you think should happen with that money?
It's not any one thing that you could allocate it to, because we do have to spend on defense. We do have to spend on world aid. We do have to spend on education. We do have to spend on the Consumer Protection Agency. We have to spend on those things, but we have to get it. If we can discover the fraud in those things, such as the $40 million for transgender operas.
Let me be the first. Let me be the first to say it, because nobody's even said anything about the money and how it's been abused or anything. And everybody that ever listens to my show knows that I'm an advocate. I might not talk about it all the time because it falls on deaf ears, but I'm a firm believer of giving back to the people you stole from. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big believer in that. And I believe that some of that money could be given back to the people that it was taken from. And I don't mean
it's gonna go back to education.
No. I'm not talking about to these committees and to the taxpayers. You understand what I'm talking about?
You talking about reparations?
Exactly, brother. Exactly.
Hey, man, this is a chance for.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Just give me a couple seconds.
Go ahead.
It amazes me that it hasn't come up because of all this wasteful spending, but yet it's always been told to us that it'll never happen because the budget and the money's not there. How is it that we're not upset that this $51 million a month was going to some people that don't look like us, but yet we've been told all this time that we don't have money for that? It's not able to be done. It's not supposed to be done. That's what it is. It's always been able to be done. It's just you just don't want to do it. So when you start seeing all this spending overseas versus the people that live in your own walls and your own gates, I'm surprised a lot of us haven't stepped up and said, wow, they spent almost $1 billion on such and such that has nothing to do with us. And us.
Black people are not all that energy they have for the racist white folk and all. So they somebody took the cone away from us. They put the cone back in the pocket space and said, I couldn't put all that fucking energy for that shit. They finding money.
Ron,
they find the money.
Calm down.
And ain't
Ron,
nobody still screaming about reparations.
Ron, hit the joint. Take a deep breath. Hit the joint. Let it sink in. All I'm saying to you is this. This is a time. Just like the Nazis hit Lincoln Heights or Evendale, whatever it is, them same group of folks, us that are out there, we the same ones that should be now talking about how do we get reparations back into those same communities? How do we get that? Because we got the people in place to make it happen. You got the city councils. You have your governors in some states. You have your city managers. They look just like you. They control the budgets. Okay? Look, I just want to know, why aren't we hollering for that? All I'm saying is I'm watching wait a minute, Ron. I'm watching a lot of wasteful. It's not necessarily wasteful spending. It's just spending that's going on shit that ain't got nothing to do with us.
It's wasteful.
But wait, Ron, I got to say this last thing because I want everybody to understand. I'm not attacking one party. I'm telling you right now that the Republicans and the Democrats have both have profit from all this wasteful spending. It's a slush fund for both sides, and they all wanted it there. Both sides wanted it there, and both sides use both their constituents. And I've always told you that the Republicans ain't no good, no better than the Democrats, and the Democrats ain't no better than the Republicans. And I can't understand why we always tend to get divided on shit like that, because I see who benefits. I see who getting rich off policy.
Yeah. See, but the thing of it is, man, and you know, Twin take a lot of heat. You know,
I think Twin like it.
And
I told him, I think Twin like it. I think he cool with being that.
Nah, Twin just Twin, and y'all ain't nobody gonna change Twin. He just him, and people thinking like, you know, they can talk some sense into him. What the fuck sense you gonna talk into somebody that's confident in their motherfucking self? Why you trying to talk sense into him? Why he ain't trying to talk sense into you? Some of your shit be fucked up. Some of y'all, and I'm gonna tell you something. Now I was thinking about an engagement that a conversation the Twin had with Emmanuel, and you know, he was talking. Emmanuel was talking about, you know, why he can do this and he can do that, and you know, I understood his point. What he was saying that he couldn't do when Twin was saying what he couldn't do, because realistically he can't, you know, he ain't got the ear of the president like Al Sharpton would have the ear of the president, being as though he done rocked with him. You know, he done chopped it up with him. But I was thinking, you know, like, man, you say it, shit, do something. So what I did, I'm like, you know, I'm just sitting on the bed. I'm just put some shit in Chat GPT, because I know some things need to be done about the educational system here in Ohio. Because shit, they can bring their money back, because the future is not in a basic arithmetic and all that other little bullshit. The future is in AI and all the things that's above. I don't know anybody teaching that shit, you know. So I went to change.org and drew up a petition real quick. I said, well, I'm gonna see how many signatures I'll get. And you know, I got 4 signatures since yesterday. Now, it's a trip. I want you to take, and I think
signatures for what?
You can view it on my page.
Signatures for what? Signatures for what, Ron? Help me out. You lost me there.
It's for a petition that I brought up for change.org for education.
Okay.
To bring all federal monies back to the state of Ohio, to redistribute for educational purpose for AI and AI existing stuff in the future.
Okay.
But 4 signatures. Now, these motherfuckers mad. These motherfuckers mad right now. Everybody mad, but ain't nobody gonna do nothing about our education. Now, you ain't got to sign my petition, but why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to bring the money back to our state? Why wouldn't you? And I posted on I posted on 2 of my pages. 4 signatures. And you motherfuckers will sit there and try to chastise me on my positions and all this other shit and tell me I'm wrong and all that other shit. And you ain't gonna say shit about that?
Well, wait a minute. Maybe they don't believe. Wait a minute. Hold on. Maybe they don't believe in that. And what you're.
No. Huh? If you don't believe in educating, first of all, First of all, anybody who's a senior now is behind. Anybody who's a senior or junior.
You mean a senior
Now,
or junior in high school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know why they're behind? Because of COVID.
Well,
So
I don't know
need
about
something
that.
extra.
I don't know if it was just because of COVID. I think there's been a gap.
Yeah, but it played a real deep part in those 17, 18, and 19, or 17, 18, and 16-year-olds future. They played a real big part. But then nobody, I mean, ain't nobody saying nothing about that shit. And I just,
well, look, I will say something. Can I say, let me say, I don't know what your petition is. I'd like to get a little bit more information, but if they don't understand the information, Ron, it's hard to get people to just sign stuff. I wouldn't get so heated because
I'm not heated about. I'm not heated about that. I'm not heated about
okay,
that.
you might not be, but it sounds like you are. Okay, you may
I'm
not.
Always,
Ron, all I'm saying to you, brother, is this.
Let's go.
Yeah, because look, I'm only interrupting to try to add in some pieces to where you are. I'm trying to let you know, like, because no one has signed it doesn't necessarily mean that they disagree. All right. It may not even be because they don't like it or that they do like it. They may just not have the information that you have, or you may have a problem getting the information to people so they would agree with what your point of view is. So maybe you should look into that before you start saying nobody understands this because of blah, 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 whatever your reason may be. Maybe they don't have the information that you have. So make the information accessible.
It's basic information.
No. What's basic? Wait, no, hold. What's basic information to you, Ron, is not basic for everyone else. Okay.
Damn, man. Man.
Yeah.
AI. Okay. Is AI based? Is AI here?
It's here, but it's not basic.
Okay. That's the basic information is AI is here. AI is here. And the petition is we need to, and I'm not quoting it verbatim because I had AI do it for me so I could do it correctly. So I had AI do it. So AI is here, and that's basic information. AI is here. AI and quantum computing is here. We need to make sure our job force is ready for AI and can compete with the robotics that they need to do, with the fixing of the AI that they need to do, with everything they need to do.
See, you just got out of the basic conversation all over, just that quick. What you said is true. Yeah, it's basic that AI is here. But once you get past that point, it's no longer basic. You have to understand you need information to make people understand why you're in the position that you're in. You can't just say because AI is...
Bruh, I just said, I let AI do it. So I did that. I mean,
I missed that. My bad.
I'm telling you, I'm not saying it verbatim. I'm not saying it verbatim. I don't remember what it is verbatim, but that's essentially what it is.
I thought we were talking about...
It's not, the fact that I'm mad that somebody didn't sign my petition. First of all, it's the medicine that I take that has me on edge. And my voice since it cracks like that, and since I'm already loud, it seems like I'm upset. I'm not upset. I'm just trying to get my point across. But it's so frustrating when I'm trying to talk and I know I'm trying to find words and I can't find words. It's so frustrating for me. And then when you interrupt me, and I have to reset. I'm not upset. I'm just frustrated. And I'm not frustrated with you. I'm frustrated with myself. Please, all of y'all that go to Emmanuel's platform and that stay on this platform, remember that shit so I ain't got to say that shit over again, because I find myself having to say that over and over again. Now, I'm just saying that motherfuckers' priorities are in the wrong place. You know, we talking about that shit on the bridge in Lincoln Heights, and we ain't gonna talk about that shit in a month. That's what I'm saying. We need to talk about the shit that we really going through right now. You know,
Okay.
that's what I'm
Ron,
saying.
let me just say this to what you just said. I promise you, I'll give you the floor. I promise you. Ron, it's not that you get hype about what you're trying to say. We could clearly see that there's something going on where you're getting frustrated at yourself by not being able to make your delivery, okay? Some of us, a lot of us, the majority of us can clearly see that. But it is very obvious that you have an issue with no one signing the petition.
I'm doing. Oh shit!
Right? It don't mean you mad that they didn't.
I gotta.
Whoa! Slow down, cowboy.
What in the world would you tell me? I got a problem with something for. Now I'm mad.
Oh, now
why would you do that shit? Bye, Wyatt. Bye, Wyatt.
So he can dish it, but he can't take it. What, Ron, you tripping, bro? I didn't even say that you're mad. You just explained that you're not mad. Okay? I'm telling you, maybe you sound that way because of your condition. I get it. Bro, that was from love. Did I say something? Family, help me out. Did I say something that he should have been offended by? All I said was, Ron, we get it. You're not necessarily mad, but the way you deliver the message, we can obviously see you're upset. Like there's a difference between being like disappointed. Like maybe I should have used disappointed. You're disappointed no one used or signed your petition. Okay, maybe I used the wrong word by saying upset. But when you say no motherfucking body signed the motherfucking petition, sounds like you're taking a position of everybody's dumb on it. Everybody's stupid on it but you. And all I'm saying to you is get the information to people so they can see. Look, there's a reason why you see it the way you see it, Ron. I know you probably still listening, and if not, I'm sorry. You have that position because of some information that you have. If I don't have that information, I can't have that opinion. I'm not going to have that opinion of a situation just because you do. I'm not really like that. You know, they say don't judge a book by the cover. What they really saying sometimes is don't judge a book by its title. Don't judge a news article based on its title. Ron D says, I was just doing it out of curiosity. I wasn't planning on blank. I wasn't anticipating blank. I was just sitting it. All right. Well, no, don't do that, Carolyn. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm at the top of the hour. I really got to go anyway. 3:00 is my time. I got things I got to do. But Ron, come on, bro. You can't sit up here and make it sound like people aren't signing your petition because they slow. If you want to, get them on your page, give them the information. Everybody's not privileged to the information that you have, bro. That's not how that's. I'm sorry, bro, if I offended you. Fam, I don't know what I did. Motherfucker hung up on me. I don't know what I necessarily did to make him feel like I did. I mean, well, bye. Ron, come on, bro. We better than that. Hit that joint, bro. Light both sides. Smoke it from the middle or some shit. Do something different. Buy a higher potent. I don't know. But I get it. I know you get frustrated. But listen, man, I'm on your side. I'm trying to help you. If you want more people to sign the petition, give me the information and I'll spread it for you. And then we'll see how many signatures we get. Give me the information. I understand you came in here with some valid points. I tried to help. I tried to say, well, all that money that's being spent, where are my FBAs? And why aren't we asking for some money that been deemed nowhere to be found? Like we can't get reparations because there's no money for that. I don't know how many of y'all hear all that money that's going overseas and going all these different places, but it kind of ticks me off. It kind of make me angry because I remember when people like Farrakhan was going after, positions of reparations. I remember that, and I remember what they were being told. I remember. That's why that little bullshit in Chicago at that $51 million a month to go to migrants, that kind of ticked me off to a different spot, because I remember when Chicago was shutting shit down and making kids go to schools clear across town, making them get up early in the morning, not motivating kids and keeping the standards at a low level. And then you wonder why the streets was getting these kids. You wonder why you make it hard to go to school to learn. You put them in situations where they don't want to be there. And then you wonder why Slick Rick out there with a bunch of money and why these kids gravitate to the big meechas and people like that. But yet you didn't have $51 million a month to open up the schools in their neighborhoods, but you have $51 million a month to do it for somebody else. I don't understand why nobody's upset at that. I don't get it. That's always been my anger. I've been talking about Chicago well before it's been talked about now. Who say no? Go look at some of my shows. I mean, I've been talking about Chicago for 3 years now. Because I remember what they were told when they were trying to do things. And if you go look at Boston, go look at Denver. If y'all know, I played a video from Boston. The black preachers and the black people in Boston are now asking for reparations. They asking, wait a minute, hold on, you tore our communities down. You did these things saying that you never had the money to pay us back for the things that you took from us. But yet you have all this money to do for someone else and you left us out. That's out there. There's a lawsuit right now on the books against the city of Boston. And when I hear $300 billion, $275 billion going overseas to some different shit, and I say, well, my grandmother paid taxes to this country for how many years? 60, 70 years? And I'm like, wow. How do we ever bounce back from being behind? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's me. But Ron, just get the information to people, bro. Listen. Use me if you can. Okay? If your condition is going to slow you down from getting your point across, just give me the information. Send it to me. I'll read it. And then I'll be a step ahead of you and ask, I'll be a step ahead of what you're saying, and I'll recognize it. And then maybe I can explain it to the people the way you really, truly mean it. Workroom 502, that's always been my thing, bro. I've always said, now this is my opinion on reparations. I believe we're supposed to get it. All right. Here's my problem though. I don't want to check. I don't want to check because financial literacy, a whole lot of things have to be in place before you start throwing checks around. I'm talking about taxes. You know why? Because at one time, black folks was used as property and we were being taxed. We were a taxable commodity. We were in this United States of America. Black folks were property. Do you understand what I'm saying? We were something that people were paying taxes for having because we were property. So yes, I believe that same tax system that benefited from us should now have to pay it back. Let me go to the phone lines before I get out of here. I'm at the top of the hour. I got to go. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with? Hold on. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
It's Jerica. Can you hear me?
Hey, Jerica, how you doing? Sorry, a little phone problem.
It's okay. So I wanted to touch base with you. That Ron situation was nuts just now. But
did I say something? Did I say something?
You did it. That's typical Ron, though, right? When he starts to like fumble bumble over his words, he gets very upset. And then he says this is conditioned, but he calls into Lincoln show and can control it. So I don't know. Maybe it's, sundowning. I have no idea because it's the afternoon. I don't know. Maybe he needs to have some personal time with himself. I don't know what it is, but yeah, that was different. And I wanted to get some information about his petition because he didn't really say too much. Maybe it's because AI wrote his petition and he doesn't really know what's fully in it. But I wanted to get some information. Maybe I could review it and maybe see if I want to add to the 4 signatures he already has.
What is it about? Can somebody
I
help me?
don't know.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm serious. Like
I'm not trying to be funny either, but he said that he didn't know. That's where he became frustrated at. So, I mean, Ron sometimes has great points, and I like Ron, but that part I just didn't understand. And then when he crashes out, there's no coming back from that. So,
gotcha. Okay, well,
yeah,
I haven't really had him in that position in a while. No
so
offense, but like
yeah, he
I
pretty much
just
gets in that position with Emmanuel, no pun intended, quite often. So, yeah.
okay. Well, I didn't know
But
what the
there's that.
petition was about. I think a little bit of information might help me be able to speak on it, and it might help get more signatures.
Right, I agree, but it's Ron, so there's that. But my question, my reason for really calling in, is because you've been gone for a while. I let some time pass since the election and all that great stuff. My question to you is: now that of course, you supported Trump, you voted for Trump. Do you regret your decision at all? Like, how do you feel about?
I supported Trump and I voted for Trump. Who told you that?
Didn't you say that you voted for him?
I've never said that.
Oh, so you didn't vote for him?
I did not vote for Donald Trump, and I made that. My family know. I got a house that understands who I am and what I talk about. I'm an independent. All right, to be honest with you, Jerica, I did not vote for Donald Trump. Okay, it's not people's business, but since you called and you asked me or put it on there, I'm going to put it out there. I did not vote for Donald Trump, but I do believe in local politics. Okay, my challenges with people were, let's stop talking about Donald Trump so much, so people can get the right information of what they really need to know. And if you continuously focus, you heard me say things like stop focusing on your ex-boyfriend. You know what I mean when I say that. Not your ex, not you, but I'm saying when people focus on their ex, you're not saying anything about your new one, then something must be wrong. I'm saying bring up something. Let's talk about our new woman, our new girl, our new guy. Let's talk about that. Let's see what they have to say. Let's talk positive about that individual. Let's talk. So when I was bringing up Trump and it may have sound like I was defending positions, but I truly wasn't. I'm saying to people, if you don't give information of the other person and you're just going to sell evil on one side, that don't always work on people.
Well, I guess and I may have missed something. My interpretation may have been wrong, but oftentimes during that period when there was the campaigning, although you stated that many times, you really just focused on her and what she's done wrong.
What did I ever say about her?
And Biden, but you really didn't focus too much on Trump. What about the Project 2025? Do you still believe that it's a scare tactic and that Trump didn't have anything to do with it?
Well, I believe Project 2025 been out since late 80s, early 90s. And it's really, that has nothing to do with Black people. It's more about reducing government spending. It's more about reducing government position. And yeah, there's going to be some things that's going on right now that looks like it's familiar with Project 2025 because certain people believe that the government is fat, it's heavy. It's look at the things that's going on right now, Jerick. I know you hear it. I know you see the numbers.
Well, I not only hear it, but I feel it because I'm a federal employee. So my job is in the balance right now because of this executive order that your president put in place only days after coming into presidency. And it's really impacting a lot of people.
And unfortunately,
and even though some of the things that he's doing is illegal, of course, they put a pause on a lot of these executive orders that he's trying to get put in place. And I don't know. I guess I'm just baffled. I don't know, because he's doing so much and Trump supporters since are kind of silent about it, right? And if we're
Well,
focusing on the
let
right
me
now, the person
ask
who's
you.
in office right now, why hasn't there been a discussion on your platform in regards to like these executive orders? You have a daughter who's in school. He's trying to dismantle the Department of Education, which could impact a ton of students and parents alike. So I guess my question is also, why haven't you had that conversation here?
About the Department of Education?
About that, about the other executive orders he's put in place?
Well,
because again, you were very vocal. Of course, you say this isn't a platform for politics.
Well, you
but
know,
yeah,
the only time I was talking politics is when people brought it up. Like
okay.
Drop used to call in. Drop was the number one, and I don't like passing buck or sound like I'm trying to avoid a conversation. All I'm saying to you is, you didn't see the frustration in my face every time Drop would call and talk politics. He would even say it. I know you're not a politics show. I would always
That's
have
because
these
you would
things.
say it, but then you would engage. So
Well, yeah,
I guess
I
okay,
engage
well,
with
I hear you.
Twin. I engage with, come on now. I engage with the things Twin talk about. I engage with what Ron was just talking about. I engage with people when they call. I engage.
Well, it just sounds like it sounds like you're just, and it could again, it could be me, and I'm not calling to be just controversial or anything like that. All I'm saying is, it just seems like we have a new president, and that discussion has not been had on this platform at all. Like you have not touched. It's like you're trying to stay away from that thing. Like I don't want to go down that road.
Well, let me ask you this: how often did I talk about Joe Biden?
You talked about Joe Biden quite frequently.
Only if it was brought up. Only if Joe Biden was brought up. I never said anything. I never brought Joe Biden up. I never brought Kamala Harris up. Only if it came on the platform and somebody said something and they wanted my opinion on it, I would say something. But I never started a show off. If you listen to a lot of shows and they talk politics, they even title their shows after what they're going to talk about, and it be the politics. Do you understand what I'm saying to you, Jerica? Now,
I completely understand what you're saying.
engage.
I can't recall all of the titles of your shows, but all I'm
I
saying
don't
is,
title them. I don't title them. Number one, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut
sometimes, hold on, Wyatt, because there are times where you have put things on your page and it'll reference what you plan to talk about that day. So you may not title it, but you drop little nuggets.
Well, yeah, if something happened, like for instance,
like getting a new president, like you don't think that's like a big thing to have a discussion about?
Well, it all depends. I'll let people bring what they want to bring to the conversation. When Ron talk about what the president is doing, or Twin or somebody like that bring up something, yeah, I'll engage in the conversation. But now what I'm going to engage in on the conversation with you is this: the Department of Education. Let's have a conversation on that for about 3 minutes if we can. I really got to go, but I got 3 minutes for you.
I do too, because I'm working. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, let me just ask you this:
Go ahead.
what is wrong with the Department of Education right now?
I have no idea what's wrong with the Department of Education.
You don't think it's failing? You don't think it's controlled by the teachers union? You think our kids are doing you think our kids are doing well?
No, I don't. I think there needs to be some investigating into the Department of Education. I don't think there needs to be a dismantling of it. Just like I don't think there needs to be a dismantling of FEMA or USAID. I don't think anything needs to be dismantled. I don't think there has been a true investigation, a thorough investigation into these different entities. And I don't think that the president should be using his position to bully. And I think that's what's happening. I know he's used the term "trim the fat." I get that, and I know that there's been some spending that has not been legal, but I think it desires or deserves an investigation.
So
into
let me
it.
ask you something.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you something about the Department of Insurance, because that's where we were at. Let me ask you: do you think it's cool that the kids in Baltimore that are failing at that high level that they are, our kids can't read at proficiency levels, our kids are living, they're basically in positions where the schools are not serving them? Do you think it's cool that those administrators are making $500,000 a year, and the teachers unions are keeping those salaries high, and it's all about them more so than the kids? I know you don't agree with that.
No, I don't. I completely agree with you on that. But again, I think it warrants an investigation. Maybe some people do need to, be relieved of their positions. But I don't think it deserves a dismantling. I think it's very cart before the horse. Like, I don't think that's.
Let me ask you this. I believe you live in Dayton, right?
I do.
So your politics in Dayton are a lot easier for you to touch. I'll use Cincinnati because neither one of us really live in Cincinnati. I'll use Cincinnati.
Okay.
Don't you think that the people that live in Cincinnati can control their politics a little bit more than they can at a national scale?
Yes.
Okay, so if you remove all the national money and bring it to the local level, don't you think you and I would have more control in our local cities, in our states, if the money was right in front of us and the people that we elect to city council and to our mayors, if they were controlling the money? Don't you think we would have a little bit more to say if they were controlling it? Because we can put those people in place.
I still think it needs to be governed by a larger entity, but I hear what you're saying.
No, I think the money is coming from a larger entity, but the
Mhm.
control should be at a local level as far as I'm concerned. I think that's a matter of opinion. But if you look
Right.
at local, I would rather have to deal with AFTAB than Donald Trump. That's
Right.
just me personally. Because
Mhm.
AFTAB, we can go to a city meeting. I can't get in the White House. You and I can't walk in the White House at a meeting. We can't do none of that. But we can
Right.
decide on who we want our mayor to be. We can decide, look, Cincinnati got everything they want. They shouldn't be complaining, Jerica. They got a black, all Democrat city council, a city manager, a brown man as the mayor. They got everything they want. They should not be complaining about anything, because if you're getting tax dollars sent down from the government, your city manager controls all the money and they should be able to do whatever they want to do. They can allocate however they want to allocate the funds. And that's up to the voters in that district who decides on who their leaders are.
Mhm.
Doesn't that make sense?
It does, but again, I think it should be an overseeing entity that's higher above, not on a local level, on a more national level. But yeah.
But I think locally controls what happens in our community more so than nationally.
Okay. I mean, I agree with you there.
So then I would rather have the people, I would rather be able to control my people. And when I say control, I'm talking about the people that represents the people. That's all I'm saying. If everybody's
Right.
cool with AFTAB and he's doing a great job, then we should be okay with him controlling the decisions that's being made in our city, because that's what you vote for. All right. When you bring it down to a local level, we have more of a hands-on, because guess what AFTAB and the city manager and city council could do? They can allocate money for black funding businesses. They can do that if they really want to. There's no rule saying they can't, Jerica. There's no rule. There is no rule saying that they can't give business loans, or they can do what we call them forgiveness loans for up and coming business owners, or for people that have been in business for 15 plus years, or if you have a standard of 10 years in business, they could give you a business loan that will put you over the top. There's no reason why we shouldn't have black owned stores in the neighborhoods. There's no reason that shouldn't happen. And the only reason why it don't happen is either one of two things, Jericho. I'll be honest with you. One is because no one's trying to do it. Two is because maybe they don't qualify to do it. But who makes those decisions of who qualify and who don't qualify? That has nothing to do with the federal level. It's either a state or a city situation.
Well, if he's doing away with DEI and affirmative action and all of those things, it will make it harder for our Black people to acquire loans.
Well, I don't
So
know.
it
I don't
will
know if
have an
those two
impact.
things. I don't know if those two things are affiliated, quite honestly. And here's the other thing about DEI. You know, I don't. You know, it's touchy. It's a touchy subject, because people have affiliated Black people to DEI when we benefit the least. All right, and I don't understand why we keep affiliating ourselves to something that don't benefit us the most. And being a Black woman like my wife, I respect you to death. But at the same time, I respect you enough to give you my honest opinion. And that is, I would rather you get it a different way than DEI, to be honest with you. Let me tell you why. Because DEI is more scheduled for white women than it is Black women. And I know people keep saying that, but the numbers truly show it. The numbers truly show that DEI benefits people that aren't fighting as hard as we are for it. Do you understand what I'm saying, Jericho? We fight real hard. We put our people on the front line for something that's benefiting someone else.
Right.
That really burns a hole in my ass, to be honest with you. It's almost like me fighting, you and I going out on the front line to get our kids in a school in our neighborhood. And then when it's time to do enrollment, they don't allow your kid and my kid in the school. But yet we fought for the school to be in our district. We wanted a better school, but then they don't let our kid in the school. Or they do let one kid in, but it wasn't yours and it wasn't mine. But yet we fought for that right, for that opportunity to happen. You feel what I'm saying to you, Jerica?
I hear you.
All I'm saying to you is I would rather be able to control the things that we fight for. And that's why I'm a firm believer in reparations. I believe it, but I believe it in a tax form. Okay, I believe it. And I don't think people understand my anger. It sounds like I'm capping or whatever they say these days. It sounds like I'm not on the same page as everybody. But when they put black DEI, when they put black in front of DEI, damn it, that's when I'm with it. Because it's not for us right now. It's look at the stuff that's going over to Serbia. Look at the things that's under the name DEI that's going in countries that have nothing to do with black folks. And we over here sitting here thinking that stuff is for us. I mean, that's all I'm saying to you, Jerica. It's the things that we have. It's like fighting, being put on the front line that fought for freedom. But yet when they got home, they wasn't free. They didn't get the same rights as the people that was fighting next to them in a different color. Why go fight that fight if I can't have the same freedoms?
I hear you.
All right, Jerica, I gotta go. But you want the last word?
No, because I don't. Nope, we're gonna leave it there because I might get a call and then it's gonna interrupt our conversation.
All right,
I'll leave it there. We'll pick it up later.
We'll talk soon. Thanks, Jerica. Thanks for engaging. That's all I've been saying, folks. That's all I've been saying. I'm tired of us fighting for something. Look, here's the thing. I've had to go up against DEI. And when we keep thinking DEI is us, some benefit, but not enough. Not enough. You got to look at it like this. When I've said this information before, I've told you guys that when I was doing a particular business, I had to go up against other minority companies. I was not the only black man that was going up against these DEI companies. It was affirmative action at that time. I was not the only one. I was competing against white women whose husbands owned the companies, and they had the big machines, and they had everything they needed to keep the buying power, everything they needed to get lower bids. It was very difficult for me to win those bids. But they used affirmative action, DEI, and all that to have that advantage. They fell under that umbrella. Why should they fall under the umbrella that I'm under? They ain't been through what we've been through. Why should I have to compete with white women? And here's the other thing. I used this example once before. When the Macy's building was sold and whatever they were doing with the Macy's building where it needed to be rehabbed. And the black city council member was on the TV, Channel 5. I still have that. I'll play it one day. And they were saying, they were proud to say that the new building, the reconstruction of the Macy's building is going to be handled by a minority company. The minority company happened to be a white man. He wasn't really white. He wasn't us. Happened to be a white dude, a white company, not a white guy. A brown dude that wasn't us. Out of New York, a $300 million project. And they sending the money to New York to a minority-owned company. And it wasn't a black minority-owned. See, we think minority-owned mean black-owned. And it's not always the case. And when they put us in them same categories as other minorities who have not been enslaved, who have not gone through the things that we go through, they fight for minority ownership. We fought for minority ownership the way we fought for it because of the things that we have been through. Not just because we black, not just because we brown. We fought for those things because of the inability, the things that they wouldn't allow us to do. So how are you going to have somebody come from another country who has not gone through what you've gone through, and they reap the same benefits of your struggle and your fight? That makes no sense to me. And that's the same argument when you send in DEI dollars over to Turkey. It's been hijacked. It's no different than the LGBTQ community plus, whatever, LGBTQ plus community. You think that all lesbians and gays agree with all the things that are attached to those letters? I don't think so. They don't agree with everything. They don't agree with it. And the biggest tell to me, and I know a lot of people are going to be mad or whatever, but the biggest tell to me is when Florida's governor, Ron DeSantis, was running for president and the NAACP got into the fight against what was going on in Disney. That had nothing to do with black people. That had absolutely nothing to do with black people. That was transgenders and cross-dress, all that old shit y'all seeing. Boys wearing dresses with beards. Why is the NAACP in on that? I didn't know that was their fight. I'm not saying that it's not. Just correct me if I'm wrong. That's their fight. Why do y'all keep taking our grassroots arguments, our grassroots people? I wasn't out there. I ain't even going to try to take credit for it. But I know some people that's my age that was out on the front line, getting black benefits, minority-owned contracts and all that set up, and it's been infiltrated. Go to Cincinnati and look at the contracts. Somebody explain to me how you have everybody you need in place, but the contract numbers are down. Make that make sense. Somebody just got to say it. I might be the bad guy when I'm saying what I'm saying, but that's okay. Unfortunately, somebody got to be able to say it. And my truth might not be your truth. It may not be what you want to hear. It may not be said properly. I don't know. But I just see it different. I don't think I'm different. I just say what I see because the numbers are there. How could you think that DEI is for you when 76% of white women benefit from it over us? Men, black men and black women combined over us. I don't know how. It ain't even 50-50. We're not even that close. If it was 50-50, I'd be like, okay, well, maybe. But it's not even 50-50. So explain to me, why am I going so hard? Remember when the Trump fella said something about the helicopter and the airplane falling or crashing? All due respect to those families. Remember that? And remember how people got mad? You remember how people got mad when he said this DEI shit? Why was black folks so damn mad at that? Not one black folk was involved in that crash other than a victim, a black lady, couple black ladies on the plane, rest their souls. But why were we so upset that DEI came up when no black people were in charge of anything? Why did you associate he was talking about you? He was talking about a white woman who happened to be a pilot. That has nothing to do with black folks. I am way past my time. I'm 33 minutes over. Peace and love to everybody, man. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Same time, same place.
Let's go! Yo, now everybody welcome me back like I'm Carter. It's 90s ugly, I'm in the mirror like Shubba. America's most blunted. Cheech and Chong say I'm dun-dada. A bounty hunter for the sour I'ma hit your hood, I'm in pocket high, get around. I'm on my toes like a midget in a urinal. Whoever you connect, boy, better tell him I'm looking for the killer. I'm trying to catch a felon.
I'm looking for who's selling. Mary cooking my cerebellum. I pin and tell him my art is war, Machiavelli. By day 7, see what you're smelling is me and Helen. You see that 7 or 7 C's, call me Magellan. Or call a Reverend, Mac 11 and split your melon. If that don't get him, a honeydew in a split second. America's most, put us both in the spoke section. With no sticks and no seeds and no exception.
I'm like, yeah, you know I roll that. I'm like, this nigga got it, yo.
I'm like, yeah, and then we smoke that.
Now everybody say that. I'm like, yeah, you know I roll that. I'm like, this nigga got it, yo.
I'm like, yeah, and then we smoke that. got the herb, the blunt covered. You came to beef with a butter knife that don't cut it. Just cold busted, wild style when I cold crush it. The Gilla House got a Gilla monster, cold blooded. You already, I run with Reggie, I don't puff it. We like De Niro and Joe Pesci, but low budget. Bunch of buzz killers, buzz buzzers, they asking how he do it. Ain't no Nike to it, I just does it.
Granddaddy and I'm listening to Bob Marley. I tear the roof off the porch like it's house party. I got the new edition, that green homie, it's a killer. Ralph, Ricky, Mike, Bobby, Ronnie, and Johnny. Niggas say they got gas, but it's all gas. They talking like a podcast, nigga, all ass. I never share and I don't pass the clip, cause that shit on his lip got some shit on his lip, nigga. Yeah, you know I roll that. I'm like, this nigga got it, yo.
I'm like, yeah, and then we smoke that.
Now everybody say that. I'm like, yeah, you know I roll that. I'm like, this nigga got it, yo.
I'm like, yeah, and then we smoke that.
Brick City snap that. Hey yo, this weed I got, bruh, I swear on my mama I can see the future. The hood say I got kush with diamonds. I'm at court diamonds. The judge said, you smoke bud? I'm like, yeah, your honor. I got the plug, so my homie got it on the low. Cause I'm looking at your O's, nigga, like, what are those? I got a party in LA. If I run out of bud, I need more like Rudy Ray, nigga.
In my French, I'm so international. This is Doc and Mel, Jim Fumet, Sacre Bleu. The skunk on me, mon ami, pet le vieux. Call your nephew if that's how I get me yet with you. This is Vex only, more energized, no rest for me. No positive without negative, more or less, homie. The best bud in the West on me, no stress on me. Protect your neck, cause me and Brody got next,
I'm
homie.
like, yeah, you know I roll that. I'm like, this nigga got it, yo.
I'm like, yeah, and then we smoke that.
Now everybody say that. I'm like, yeah, you know I roll that. I'm like, this nigga got it, yo.
I'm like, yeah, and then we smoke that.